We're back once again. I hope you missed me. It's been, like an hour? But we're doing the list. We're doing the list this week. It's Monday. Of course, we do it every week. The top 100 starting pitchers in fantasy baseball for week number 6. Floating Nick. Yeah, I feel like this is more helpful. You guys can see more of the stuff around. Totally different than the thing before, because I will be looking at this and reading this. I can actually make this even bigger. I can do this stuff so you guys can read it with me. And yeah, Floating Nick. That's hashtag Floating Nick, of course. Good to see you, Haverstall. Good to see you, Wilkie-ow. Jibbles, good to see you again. But yeah, we'll be doing this in just a moment. Let me actually, there you go. That's probably better. I can do this, pull this down like this. All right, yeah, and then pull it out, and then maybe pull it back a little. Maybe to the side. As I do that. Okay, I'll figure this out as I go. But if you guys don't know, this is what we do. This is we watch. I'll put myself over like this. There you go, much better. I'll put you guys also. I'll put the chat up here. Where is the chat box? Here we go. There we go. You can put chat box up here. Should work. Okay. Cool. So yeah, guys, welcome. We're gonna do the top 100 starting pitchers. We do it every week. We're gonna do it now. Good to see all of you. Lunchtime with Nick, Rob. Good to have you, Dylan. Welcome back, the Frostman, D-Man, Maleem. I like the green screen. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I feel like this is just a better approach for you guys. Also, it's easy for me just to keep it up from the morning pitcher breakdown videos I'm doing now. So good morning. For those on the West Coast, and good afternoon to everybody else. I'm shimmering like a 10 Garrett gold. Aw, it's very, very kind of you. Do I have like a little glimmer to it? It's like a little too much of transparency. Oh, Eric, that's incredibly kind, man. Yeah, we're gonna debate things. Oh yeah, there is a shimmer. There's a very light shimmer. I can actually probably fix that really quickly. Let's turn this into 4. Nope. Let's turn it into that. That should limit the shimmer a decent amount. But yeah, so if you don't know this process, you don't know me, you don't know what's going on, you just happen to stumble into Twitch and you see this, it's like, what is it? Nick Pollack here. I run PitcherList.com. The reason it's called Pitcher List is because every single Monday, since the start of 2015, every Monday, I rank the top 100 starting pitchers for fantasy baseball in season. And this week will be no different. So how I go about this is I read through my daily articles that I write mostly at night after games end, going over all 30 starting pitchers from the night before. I read that, take notes, all the adjustments I need to make. After we do that, we're then going to look at the list from last week, see who we need to remove. We're going to follow the basic rule sets of if they are not expected to start this week, they get pulled out. If they are in the bullpen, they get pulled out. If they are returning from the IL, we think, but it's not confirmed, they are not on it. They are not on the list. For example, Daniel Lynch. It's going to be so hard. Daniel Lynch is going to be on the list because he is confirmed for today. Max Fried is confirmed for Wednesday. He will be on the list. Dinelson Lamet will not be on the list. He is not confirmed. Ryan Weathers, he was in the rotation. He has not been put on the IL, so he's on the list. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to take a quick moment to see who we want to add, who is not on the list already. We get those guys on. We make our top 100. From there, add the labels. Then we're going to go from the top to about the middle or so until it gets a little bit uncomfortable. Then we're going to go from the bottom and build up, and then we're going to jaws it in the middle. We're going to use 2 jaws of the top and bottom to make that middle, and voila, we'll have this addition to the list. I will write the notes. Everyone that wants to stick around, I'll answer all questions as I write the notes. And there we go. welcome to the list. So the very first thing we have to do, as I mentioned, is I'm going to be rereading all of the SP roundups I have written over the past week. So I bring out a lovely, lovely notepad as I do that, as I read through it. So let's go ahead and start doing that. All right. Actually, you know what I can do? Because this is sharing this screen. You guys can see this lovely notepad I make. So then I can... here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hide my mail that's behind it. No, let's do this. And then I can share more of the screen. So what I can do is... let's raise this to here. Cool. And then I can put that in front of this. Actually, I can just tuck it in like that. Let's get rid of that. And then that's beautiful. All right, chat box is going to be annoying, but whatever. Okay. So this is my process. We're going to do this. So, Adam Theory. It was Adam Wainwright. Yep, we are going to raise Wayno. Actually, I like typing them all out. By the way, if you have any questions during this, please mention it all. I don't think we're going to raise Descafani. I'll say raise Trevor Rogers in a question mark. I am going to raise Sean Manai, even though he didn't do well and he gets the Rockies in cores. I still feel like he does need a bump or so. Zach Wheeler is fine, one of the better buy lows you can get. Add Matt Harvey. I'm just doing that as a joke, guys. I'm not actually going to add Matt Harvey. He's returning today. Adam Wainwright, I think, is confirmed to start today. Wano. Let me just double check this though. Adam Wainwright is set to start on the mound tonight as the Cards take on the Mets. So everything is good there. Not a bad point about Tony Disco. I did kind of forget. I mean, I'm gonna get back to him, but yeah, all right. I mean, we're gonna see him a second time. I'm not necessarily in disagreement about Tony Disco. We're going to keep Molly. I think I removed Hill last week, and I kind of want to keep it that way. I mean, then again, it was a short start because of COVID, so maybe he gets stretched out. All right, I'm going to do this. This is what I always do. I always have the section. So there's add Rich Hill, question mark. Then there's going to be a remove section. Then there's going to be a lower section. Don't care about him. Don't care about no. This is all fine, all good. Actually, maybe want to raise Willie Arias. Is Kyle Gibson or Danny Duffy worth raising? They are both going to be raised, yes, but I don't like to add them necessarily until I see them in the roundup. I feel like it's just kind of a little too early otherwise. I've got this corner here is not getting enough light. Well, it is what it is. Okay. Zach Plesac kind of stays where he is. I want to remove Spencer Turnbull, honestly. There's really no reason, I think, at this point, from where he's at with it, to trust him. I think we keep Shohei where he is. He's finally going to be in rhythm now. Don't really care about Justice Sheffield. Burns is Burns. Some people are going to want me to lower with Charlie Morton, and I don't think I feel that way. I'll do this. Hey, what's up, Rob? What do you think of me dropping Edwin Diaz for Shane McClanahan? Oh, I see. So it's a points league, right? Generally, points leagues, you want Sparps instead of closers. So I guess I'm okay with it. Really depends on what your points totals are. But as long as you have like a backup Sparp, then you should be okay. A new HUD. I mean, it's just not much of a HUD. It's just transparent. I had this before. I was tempted to do it before, and I was just kind of too lazy, and now I have the other stuff. I can also bring this out and just do that. Yeah, that's probably better for y'all. Who should I grab? Oh, what's up, man? How you doing, Colin T? Who is he facing in this 2-start week? It really depends on the matchups, of course. David Peterson is a top 10 pitcher now. Come on. Bazooka Dan, you're not Daniel Port. Maybe you're Andrew Perpetua. I think you're Andrew Perpetua. I think you are. Okay. I don't know why you call yourself Bazooka Dan though. All right. All right. Zack Davies, I think he's already off the list. Just in case if Zack Davies isn't already off of it, I just want to make sure he is. Austin Gomber and Jordan Laz. Okay, we're moving on for past this one. There's your Garrett Gold. We're going to add Garrett Richards because he finally did good things twice. I would not drop Maeda. He is going to fall, but he's not going to be outside of the top 50, right? I mean, of the ones that have been like struggling, like Corbin, Hendricks, Maeda is the one I'm least worried about, like by far. Oh, I'm all for starting J.A. Happ then if it's Texas and Detroit. Yes. Thanks for that. Christian Javier, I think sticks. This was the cool one. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, he pitched also on Sunday, and both of those he didn't have the whiffs. So like, it was pretty frustrating. I'm gonna actually probably remove chat box. I want you guys to be able to read this stuff. But it was, yeah, it's just not. It's not the exciting thing you want, you know. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. So it's still good. It's still worthwhile, I think. But like, I'm not excited about Javier like I was before when he finally got whiffs on that breaker. Maybe that can return though. I don't know. I used Kluber, but like, yeah, we're gonna raise him, but not really that much. I was looking at this before. Fast was like, hey, can you give me any heads up on what you think big movers are? And like, sure, he does go up, but also, I mean, I had him ranked in a place that was already somewhat aggressive. I don't really think it changes too much. I don't think I'm going to add Tyler Anderson. We are going to add Jose Urena. Oh, I always, oh man, I get the, I didn't, I'm stupid. No, is it? I used to know this. No, wrong one. Okay. I always add the tilde, but I don't add the accent aigu if you're French. Yeah, good move. Chat box was unnecessary. I thought so. Add blue velvet. Yep. I love that we're already embracing it. Oh man, Magic Oriole will be so proud. We're gonna add Max Fried. But let me go through this and then we'll do like the ones that are off of it, you know. I am gonna raise Carmart for that start. Even though it is Coors next. No, it's Rocky Road, I'm sorry. So that's a positive. Remove Marco Gonzalez, he's on the IL. Was David Peterson on the list last week? I mean, here's what we're going to be working with, which is looking like that right now, but it's, don't worry. Just because I have it zoomed in massively for you. Wait, David Peterson was 100. Okay. Cool. He was the best pitcher on the list. Oh, hey, thanks so much, Riptor, for the Twitch Prime or the Prime Gamings. You're awesome. I will add that. I will add the alert box. I feel like that's an important one. I should add that. Oh, and I didn't have it this morning when I was doing that stuff. So here's the problem, guys. Jacob Junis is in the bullpen. So I can't have him on the list. Should I add Lynch and drop one? Corbin, Montgomery, or Alex Wood? Oh, that's so difficult. There's a oh yeah, I saw that. I saw all that stuff in Fast Enemy and all that. He's excited to talk about it, but it's, I mean, you guys know this about me. This is what makes me different, I think. And I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but it at least gets me, I don't know, having a separate opinion. Is I'm very much about numbers and what the actual, like, and how you're getting them, right? And to me, Urania is a classic case of, like seeing some xERA or x batting average and stuff like that, where it's kind of working right now. It's not something that's going to work forever, and it's the very best of Vargas rule. But it's just, this isn't like a major thing, you know. It's in many ways encompasses the Vargas rule, because Jason Vargas is not someone in any way that you really wanted, but fine, he was going crazy for a moment. Yeah, of course, it's just like, all right, yeah, you can add Urania, you know, but it's like, I'm adding them knowing that he'll be off within like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Exactly, they're not predictive. Good to see you, Eric. It's also really nice seeing Eric the Orange is. Are you forcing it to be an orange color? Because you always are an orange color. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I go back and forth on this stuff because I understand for a lot, it's like, what else are we going to do? We have to just talk about all the expected numbers and all the lying numbers of everything that happened. And it's really, really time consuming to do more than that. It's just, I don't know. I always feel like, man, if I actually like sat down and watched every single game, I could be even better than I am, you know? I mean, for example, I've been, you know, like a week or two late on a guy because I didn't actually spend enough time on it. Okay, cool. I didn't know you can force it. I didn't know you can actually force what color you are every time. I think it's a good look, Eric. Love it. Aaron Sanchez. There was a lot of debate with Schwebzy and Jordan about Aaron Sanchez. I think he's on the list. I think actually he's off of it probably. Yeah, I mean, he gets Coors next, so I can't add him now. I am going to lower Monta slightly. That's just a question mark. Hey, thanks so much for the sub. A sport counter, you're fantastic. Your name is Purple. You paid an Amazon $20. Oh my god. How much did Lynch go for in main event? I am not in a main event. If you guys notice, I focus on one thing. No, I just don't have, like, that's a weekly league format, and I'm terrible at weekly leagues because I generally, I make it such an important thing for my work-life balance that weekends I let myself not work nearly as much on Saturday and Sunday. Like I'll do the roundup still. I'll do the streaming stuff, but I don't want to think about like lineups and bids and everything on Saturdays and Sundays as much as possible. Like I'll do touts, I'll do labor and TGFBI. I understand those, but I have a choice to do a main event or not, and it's just not. So I don't do those personally. I don't keep track of like how much they're going for, all that kind of stuff. Those are just not. It's just not what I focus on. Paddock is getting there. I might actually raise Paddock. I might lower Giolito slightly. That discussion about Scherzer and Giolito this morning. Oh, yeah. Easily in contention, guys, for the worst SP Roundup blurb of the year. Easily. Daniel was conflicted. It wasn't what he wanted to do, but the lack of stamina in his arm, the questionable velocity, the void of a breaking ball he could earn for a whiff. It all added up. It was time. He was tired and had gone along with his coach's wishes for too long. He knew he had to send his disapproval to the masses. And I stood there in support, and all I could do was give him encouragement in the moment. Daniel, I muttered in a soft whisper. Castano. Wait, Pollack is on the IL? Since when? Since when? When did Chris Pollack go on the IL? I completely missed that. That stinks. What was it? What was the injury? Oh, COVID IL. Oh, I think I actually didn't know that. Is it because yeah, okay. But he is right. I remember this now. Okay, right. Okay, so nope. You got to remove Pollack. Savali's fine. Scherzer's fine. I don't want to add Quintana. Quintana Maeda we're going to lower. And everything is wonderful. Cool. The X-Kyles. Look at this. Oh, love. Good job, Justin. We're proud of you, man. We're going to lower Kyle Hendricks. So, Sport Counter, the rules are... I've been doing this for... This is my 7th season doing this. And the things that I've... don't worry, we'll get to Duffy. Was he in that last one? I think he's over here. The rules for the list that I've found over the years, it's been really hard. Like I've had seasons where like I have a guy in the IL and I try and shift him every week, and it's just impossible to figure out because it's so nuanced about your league. Where like I have to do then all the research of exactly when they're coming back, and it just takes more time, and it's very inaccurate, and it changes quickly, and it's just terrible. So I made this rule that actually I think makes the whole thing much better. If they're not starting this week, if they're on the IL, if we don't know, off the list. I put inside that fringe table where they would be if they were healthy right now, but they're not, so they're off the list. It's just how it works. And I understand other opinions about it. I've wrestled with this for ages, and I did that, and I made things just so much better. Just like way, 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 way better. We're going to raise Domingo. Yeah, injuries are the worst part of sports. I'm not going to really raise Glasnow back. He showcased that he's going to be volatile. Raise Huascar Yanoa. Yeah, if Pivetta isn't on the list, I think he is. We're going to raise Nick Pivetta. I love this, by the way. If you didn't follow this link, cracks me up. Christian Mack, man, I love the guy. He was like, I'm going to start Nick Pivetta in my dynasty just because he's against Jacob deGrom, and it was great. If J.A. Happ is off, he should be on. I actually should double check that. J.A. Happ is on. All right. I don't know if I'm going to raise him, though. Oh, really? I guess you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. So let's get rid of that. We'll move on. Alex Wood is going to pretty much stick around. Sonny Gray, Alcantara. Did I remove Cobb last week? I hope I did. I did. Good. Oh, man. Long term, I dig this dude. I really do. And it looks like he might get tomorrow's start. Let me just double check that. Or not tomorrow. But later this week. Let me just see. No, he's not in. All right, so he's, yeah. Oh, yeah, Dustin May, good call. We'll remove that. Which is very sad. Gonna keep that. Probably gonna lower minor if I haven't already. What an impossible effort. Okay. And maybe, yeah, probably lower Steven Matz. We saw the weakness. Got it at Shane McClanahan. It's totally Andrew Perpetua. It's not even close. Good to see you, Andrew. It's touching to see you hang out. Add Shane McClanahan. Yep, you're right. I'll add him. Thanks, chat. Yeah, we're gonna raise Dylan Cease a little. Do we raise Kikuchi? I think like Kikuchi was. Where was he? I didn't pull Kikuchi all the way down here. No. Where is Kikuchi? He's at 68. I feel like that's pretty reasonable, honestly. Oh no, McClanahan has too much good stuff. Like no. The Rays would be absolutely just so wrong. Not only the fact that they already have him stretched out to put him in a no. The man is made to start. I might raise Carlos Rodon. I mean, sure it was the Tigers, but like he did exactly what he should have, you know. I wouldn't say that, Colin. I mean, Kikuchi's at 68. He might get some. He might get a little boost just because of their stuff. Oh man, I wanted to watch more Luis Garcia. Is he getting more starts? He is. I'll add him. Oh man, but no, this is the worst. Oh no, he gets after. Okay, no. Who do the Astros get after this weekend? It's the Angels, and it could be Jacob Odorizzi returning. No, I got to keep him off. It's just the Yankees, and then it would be. I can't add Luis Garcia. I'm sorry. I do want to watch more of him though. Is against pace of play. You'll get booed out of here. We're gonna slightly raise Cal Gibson. For all you Gibson stands out there, I prefer Fender. I'm just kidding. I actually love it. That's a good question. I need to do research to see if Corbin Burns is supposed to come back. If there's actually been anything. But I need to be consistent. He was supposed to come back yesterday, and he didn't. I don't see anything right now. A RotoWire is saying they don't have anything for Corbin Burns this week. Yeah, I gotta take him off, which stinks. Ugh, it just feels so dirty. Lance Lynn is back, isn't he? Because I knew he was confirmed to start. Yeah, he's at 13. I mean, look, I follow the rules. You know the rules, and so do I. I got to raise Bassett a little bit. He's just taking full advantage of his situation. I do have to lower Jormon a little. I got to remove Matthew Boyd. Oh, poor guy. I'll raise Alzolay slightly. I mean, he's going like 50, yeah, 50% of the time sliders, which is crazy. I'll probably add Casey Mize. He did a little bit better here, and I'll give him some credit for that. Weaver's already gone. He's got to be. So this is all fine. Yeah, Weaver's not on the list. Oh, I got to remove Bruce Zimmerman. I forgot he was on it. Got to remove Jake Junis too. Sorry, buddy. All right. We're going to keep going. We only got a couple left here. We're going to raise Robbie Ray. Yeah, Max Fried is on here. He's over here. Remove Widener. Is Widener off? What happened to Widener? Oh, yeah. Okay, reuse off because of that. What happened to Taylor Widener? Remind me. Oh, it stinks. Man, poor guys. It is very interesting to me. Like, I try every year to have like a chart. I feel like I might be able to create one this year if I have a good enough memory. Maybe you'll help me. But essentially a chart of when the waiver wire works. And what I mean by that is like the first 2 weeks of the year, the waiver wire is super weird when it comes to adding starters. Like you'll look at it and go, man, there are no options. Then I would say the last week of April, everything starts opening up. There are more injuries. There's being moves are happening. Some good starts are looking better than they were. Matchups are being clearer, etc. Right? You have like Shane McClanahan showing up. You have Wasker Noah. Hey, that's a thing. You have you just have more opportunity all of a sudden around like this time. Like the next 2-3 weeks is like, oh, so much stuff, and then things settle down for a moment. You know, everyone like figures those things out. Those like guys are actually like legit against what settles down. And then there's an explosion of prospects, and then it happens. So I'm trying to figure out kind of like what the normal flow is of like the waiver wire being good and bad is, because I also have a feeling it gets to be like the start of July and it's just there's nothing, and you're like, what? This is so painful, and all of a sudden the end of July it's like all of a sudden back. So there's this total flow to it, and we're in a prosperous one now. There are so many interesting options, I think, across waiver wires. Stroman is going to stick. John Lester, I don't care that you returned. Everything is good here. I guess I got to raise Bumgarner again. Peralta, look at you. I mean, he's such a, it just doesn't matter like what he's doing. Who cares about the matchup? You know, you just don't know. Oh yeah, Brady Singer, is he like out or no? No, he's confirmed to be starting. Okay. Then we kind of hold Brady Singer. All this stuff doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is, and we're gonna raise Pineda because he recovered. Hey, Jibbles. Can't answer that for about another hour. I guess I'll say like really quickly. Bumgarner is, where is he now? He's at 74. He'll probably be in the 60s. It could be wrong, but it's literally, you gotta understand, rankings are completely relative. So once I start changing things, it's not gonna, I can't tell you what it is. This is my whole process of figuring that out. Oh, it's kind of you, man, that you would that would use this for a base. I think Miley just kind of sticks. He's already here, right? I have Miley in here. I must. He's got to be in like the Toby tier. Yeah, he's at 79. Coffee Cakes is actually doing good things still. It's pretty impressive. I might raise him. Yes, I'm going to say it like that. Yeah, he gets the Padres, but you probably want to hold through that. Fires, I'm not adding you. Webb, I don't want to add you. The changeup, yeah, that's exactly right. I like this guy who writes this. I'm gonna keep Heaney where he is probably. I'll probably lower Keuchel a little. That's a question mark. We're gonna remove Drew Smiley. Yes, I know he went to Toronto, and that's just like the worst thing ever. Yeah, there's something about that Bieber guy. We are gonna lower Yarbrough. Cool. All right, I am going to lower slightly Tristan McKenzie. It's not, as you guys kind of got from this, like, it's not really a big deal what happened yesterday because he was against the White Sox and, like, you really didn't expect anything different. I hope you guys like this this TB joke. Tom Brady. That's for Ben Brown. I made that for Ben Brown. Drink. Keedy did what he's supposed to do. Is Griffin Canning on here? Did I remove him last time because it was just so frustrating? No, he's at 97, but I'll raise him now from this. I mean, here's the funniest thing, guys. Like, as you guys can see, look at all of these things. I'm not even done with this day, but this is just from 1 week. And it's maddening to me that, like, I know I have to, you know? I don't have a choice because this is what's going on. And, like, everyone, I think all of you would agree for the most part that, yeah, I should be making these adjustments, these little tweaks. And there's also a feeling of, like, well, Nick, like, you're doing this for the rest of season. Why isn't this really affecting so much moving forward? And it's because all of these are essentially outside of the top 40, you know? But it is crazy. It is crazy to think there's just one start with certain guys and stuff, and it's just like, all right, we're moving them. You know? We got to adjust. Yeah, so, I mean, lots of good stuff about Jameson Tyonne, by the way. Like a couple things I want to talk about that really quickly. Do I love canning? I love healthy in routine rhythm canning. I am much more skeptical that over time that's what we'll get. It depends on your situation, Zach. That's it. It's like, I imagine over time he does put it together. But it's, who knows, you know? Like, who knows when that's going to happen? It's up to you. If you don't have other options on the, if it's 15 team, then yeah, I would be holding on to Tristan McKenzie, right? Zack Davies is off of this. If he's not, he should be. Yeah, I already removed May. But with Tyonne, two things. One, he's getting a lot more comfortable throwing that curveball for strikes. And, I mean, he expressed being like, yeah, like, I'm starting to throw that more, and I realize like, oh wait, that's a really good pitch. Like I should be throwing more curveballs. And it's like, yes, okay, cool. Then his next step is getting that slider down, and I do believe that that's his next focus. I mean, he's got a lot of good ones to learn from. I mean, he's not he's buddies with Garrett Cole after all. So let's just hope that the slider comes next. Is Harvey legit? I'm not doing that. Who is that? Is that me? That's not me. Who is that? That's a global emote, I see. But anyway, Corbin probably sticks around. Maybe slightly lowered. I gotta remove Jesus. Well, that's annoying. I'll probably lower Castillo a little bit, but I still feel like he's the best by low. But would I give up Sandy Alcantara? No, I wouldn't. So I gotta lower him. This is really annoying. I think it was just a blip, a one-night bland. I gotta bring back the one-night bland. Because it was always confusing. Should that be like a really good starter having that one bad start? Or is that a bad starter having one good night? But then I created that as birthday party. So it's birthday party and one night bland. I feel like that's what I needed to make those. The Morton analysis? Morton is doing good things. The velocity is up. The curveball is still doing well. He went into Dunedin and faced the elite offense of the Jays. I mean, with George Springer. Don't worry about Charlie Morton. Like, he's great. He's great. Like, one of the best buy lows out there right now is Charlie Morton. Do I have like a buy thing? Am I like Kramer? Like, buy him! Buy Charlie Morton! Hope that helps. Yeah, with Springer, like, I really hope you guys internalize the Blue Jays in Dunedin is Coors to me right now. It's just a better offense as hitters, and that park is just really not good for pitchers. So just, oh, hi, Nick. Good to see you, Custom. And yeah, we are going to remove Shoemaker. All right. Yeah, Coors South, you mean? Because it's down in Florida. How much should we value Daniel Lynch? That is a very loaded question. Essentially for Daniel Lynch, depends on your situation. Do you have a very good content rotation? Then great. Don't do anything with Daniel Lynch. I would imagine you want to pick him up and you want to wait and see today, because after the start, if he does well, likely he's already gone in your 12-teamers. If he's not, I would suggest picking up now before the start. If he does well in any way, that's going to be a race to the wire. All this kind of stuff is just going to change. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. There'll be other guys. Like, now is the time of the plentiful wire. Take advantage of that and go after someone like Daniel Lynch. Okay, cool. So now, we have one more. We have Corey of the Year. That's right. And I already said raise that. I don't know what to do with Rich Hill at the moment. Someone made a good comment saying like it was off of COVID and stuff, and I didn't take that into consideration in this. But yeah, I don't want to deal with Rich Hill, but I'll put him as a questionable ad. I think he should be added. He should be added. I'd say give me one more start that's not against Detroit. I said like it was Judgment Day would be the day when he pitched against Detroit. He gets the Nationals. I think that's going to be a much more of everyone will feel better if he does then. Performs then. Do you drop Corbin for Lynch? That's up to you. That's up to you. Second Rich Hill note. Where do I put him? Oh, it's up to the top. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, said this stuff. Eflin says put, I think. Maybe slightly lower. I'll do that, question mark. I don't think so. I already added him, didn't I? Yes. I love these tooltips. These make me so happy. If you guys don't know that, any of these bolded terms, you can always just hover over them. I'll tell you what they mean. I want to have toasts at some point, but I think that could be a 7.0, might be an 8.0. It's a lot of effort to not only create those things, but then also get the right UI and make that look good and all that stuff. And then there's implementation on the back end, and it's just the whole thing. All right. I mean, look, I understand. I have to be in a position where I don't, I distance myself, right? You're not the one, I mean, there is a league I have Charlie Moore in, but like, I understand the pain he's putting you through, and it's hard to hear that. I get it. Every day I'm hovering. Okay. Nothing else to really note here. And all right, there we are. Okay, so what we do now is I go back to 0 on this. I expand you massively. And I take these wonderful notes we have and I push them away as you guys get to see this. Now, I'm guessing this is too large for you. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Hopefully that looks good. Hopefully that's a good stuff for you. If I had a nickel, all right. So the first things we do, we go to our removal list and we just go through and just start removing. So who do we got? Okay, so we just go straight down here. We have to remove Corbin Burns, which is so painful. But all right, Corbin Burns, you got to go. None of these are hurt. Ryu is. Musgrove is fine. Yep. Luzardo. Dustin May, man, that's so, oh my God, painful. Paddock. It stinks. Boyd. Ryan Weathers is, because he's not on the IL, I got to keep him around. Oh man. I would take Luis Castillo for that. Yeah, Magical Potato Taco. Great name, by the way. I wouldn't say top 5. You have so many just sturdy starters, but yeah, he's top 10, I think, at this point. Well, it's risky. It's really risky. We don't know. Like, it's been a very small sample of Corbin Burns. You know? And I'm excited about it for this year. I'm acknowledging this stuff, but it's very risky. Like, I would say Jack Flaherty's a safer bet for the long term in Dynasty, you know? It's just really hard. Dynasty's a weird animal. So we're leaving Ryan Weathers. He's still pitching. He's removed. Please, let me know if I'm missing something. John Gray. What are we doing with John Gray? I mean, I'm lowering John Gray. Oh, man. That's a... That don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, Zach. You're better than that. You're better than that. No one roots for an injury. No one. No one. What? You can't. I don't agree with those rankings. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. Davies is off the list. He's not he's not starting. So that is a very good point. But when is that going to happen, P. Dono? Right? When is John Gray going to be traded? Probably not within the next month. So I'm not going to hold on to it. And then, I mean, he becomes someone you want to add, essentially, in a 12-teamer once that happens. But I'm not going to, like, it's not such a reward that he's all of a sudden a top 30 pitcher or something like that, you know? Like, he'll probably be around the 50s. That's great, but I'm not going to stash for that. Oh, there certainly is hope for Snell. I do just think that he's a guy that goes in and out of rhythm a bit. And once he gets into rhythm, it's just beautiful. But, yeah, he's not a top 10 guy at the moment. Oh. Yeah, Savali 100% for Snell. Every time. Every time. I'm going to remove Matt Shoemaker. David Garcia. Oh, that's probably why you're mentioning David Garcia. I appreciate you. We're removing Spencer Turnbull. We're removing Drew Smiley. We're removing Widener. We're removing Bruce Zimmerman. We're removing Jacob Junis and probably Joe Ross. I'm going to remove Joe Ross. Okay, so we have 15 players we need to add. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. 15? I have to add 15 players. Oh, my Lord. So let's just get the fun ones out of the way. I actually don't know if he's in the thing. Yeah. I gotta add a player. Now he'll be here. Oh no, this is gonna be so bad, guys. I mean, I'm gonna have to add Matt Harvey. I don't have a choice. This is gonna be so bad. Rich Hill. Casey Mize. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm all right with Cole Irvin. Maybe Joe Ross does deserve to come back. Yeah, probably Turnbull. Wait, why? Well, hold on a second, Zach. I don't understand. Why do you disagree with Lynch being on the list? I'm like genuinely curious as to what your argument is. Oh, you don't want John Lester. I mean, Jose Quintana and John Lester. It's just pain. Endless pain. I guess I'd do Aaron Sanchez at the very end. Even though he gets Coors next. Tyler Anderson's a good call. I mean, I'm just throwing everybody on here right now, then we can decide. But Zach, yeah, I want to hear. Oh, Luis Garcia. I said no. Well, he's only getting one more start, but maybe not. That's fine. I'll add him at 100. I kind of actually like the 100 being something of value. We did talk about him, but yeah, Zach, please articulate why to me that Daniel Lynch should not be on here. I don't want Luke Weaver. He's very, very lost right now. That's an absolute. That's a what? No, Zach. What? When you're drafting, your last round pick should always be like this upside flyer type that you swap. This is actually like the whole thing I gave in the preseason was about how you should only really be drafting like 4 or 5 guys that you like trust that you're going to be rostering through the year. And then the rest of it are guys you're going to be churning and burning. Lynch is exactly that. Yes, he has not thrown anything above AA because there was no minor leagues last year. He's in the number 2 prospect for the Royals. He throws mid to upper 90s. Like, yeah, Trevor Rogers, exactly. This is what Blue Velvet. And like the only reason, he's exactly the kind of guy at the end. Like, do you want to just deal with Aaron Sanchez and going to Coors and like you can just get that off the wire? That's gonna be there. You might as well have Daniel Lynch. See what happens. Get Shane McClanahan before we're all excited about Shane McClanahan. I'm not even telling you to start Daniel Lynch today. I'm like, I actually have him as a reluctant one. It's like I'm all for, even though it is Cleveland and it's really fun to start him. Now you can just kind of just pick him up and just see what happens. But yeah, exactly. Jacob is 100% right. Folty's slider was better, but I am in no position to trust him. I mean, no. When you want every pitcher to be dope, but there are too dang many of them. 15. Oh, man. 15. There's so many, Eric. I think this is okay. I'm curious if there's certain ones that I'm forgetting. I'm going to look at the fringe table really quickly. Just to double check things. We're adding Richards. We're adding Sanchez. Hoffman? Nah. Don't really want to add Hoffman. Don't want to add Folty. I could see myself adding Martin Perez. I'm going to add him to this list. Sheffield is someone to consider. I really don't like Sheffield. But yeah, something to consider. Good call. Fulmer was taken off, but this might be the time to do it. I'm not doing Arihara. Zack Davies, don't care. Waka's playing time is too weird. Alex Cobb, splitters are not working. Mitch Keller, no. I could see Logan Webb also. Okay, so I think this is a good enough list of like consideration. I'm going to remove from these. I really don't want to touch Spencer Turnbull, but I understand there could be more upside because he looked bad. Because you got to follow the rules of the list, Zach. The rules of the list are if they're confirmed this week to start or not, they can be on the list. Kopech and Gore, or actually not Gore, but Kopech is inside the fringe table saying, like, hey, when he does get an opportunity, he's on the list. It's not too reactionary. What's reactionary about it? Like, and not to mention, you have to be reactionary to some degree too. I mean, you have to, otherwise you're just not going to make the moves that you need to make. You're going to make some bad ones, sure, but you're just going to miss out on everything if you don't react at all. Yeah, I was thinking about Hoffman. No, I do not want to touch John Gant. Yeah. It's a very good point about Turnbull. All right, I gotta think about. So now from these, I'm cutting 3, right? Yeah, proactive is a good way of doing it. Yeah, sorry about that, Kianis. Stripling, an interesting one. It's not bad, but honestly, I feel like he's not someone you'd want to in any way pick up right now. Like, I wouldn't trust him regardless of who he's throwing against next to. Aaron Sanchez needs to go. He might, because he is getting cores. But all right. Well, let's think about this. I do not want to trust Joe Ross. I really just don't. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to leave Cole Irvin. I'm going to leave Mize. Going to leave Hill, Pivetta. These are all fine. Everything above Irvin is confirmed to me. I'll give some love to Tyler Anderson and Luis Garcia. So we're going to do this. So that means we have to choose 3 of these. So 2 are down. So I'm okay doing Logan Webb because he's done 2 good starts, and maybe the changeup comes in next. When you asked about Weathers, I said chill and wait. I don't know what the context was. I'm curious if you can remind me what that was. I'm sure we can talk that out. I don't know. I think it might have been something where it wasn't confirmed that Weathers was starting, or something like that. I think Weathers was on the list or so. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have started Weathers against the Dodgers. I also, first of all, Daniel Lynch, higher pedigree than Ryan Weathers. And that would, so to me that's a different entity. Not to mention, I think also at that time Ryan Weathers, I didn't expect there to be a lot of innings. I didn't really expect him to be like a long-term solution, right? Different nuance to it. Then he goes and gets the Dodgers. Not only does super well, impresses me much better than my initial assessment was, but then also goes like 90 pitches. Everything I had, all the like information I was using before was just like, we're gone, we're out of here. Terrible information. Here's better ones. So I'm going to change things, Like I'm someone with, I try to think, doesn't care about my ego from the past. Like, I was wrong. Okay, we have new information. Let's change this, So at every moment, like, I'm trying to make the best decision I have with the information available. I'm 100% here to talk about all of these things with you guys. As you guys are suggesting players, I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing. No, yeah, absolutely, Zach. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, as long, like, I feel that we should all be settling on some answer, right? Like, because we're all having the same information. There are going to be certain assessments that we all are going to disagree about, and that's part of the fun of this, right? So, but as long as we all believe that we're all consistent and not going against our own flaws, then it's like kind of like a knot, like a hair knot. You just got to figure it out, and you eventually get somewhere the more you talk about it. Okay. That is good. That's a good point. And yeah, no Bellinger in there too. All right. I got to figure out who I'm cutting here. I'm going to get rid of Aaron Sanchez because it's cores. Who does Justice Sheffield get? Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll use this. Sheffield gets Texas. All right. You're going to stick around, Chef. And Perez gets Detroit. Oh, no. Turnbull, who are you getting? Boston. Webb, who are you getting? Coors. All right, Logan Webb. Ta-da. There you go. Getting big mad. It's a huge... I don't know if you guys... I said this morning in the podcast, or like not on the podcast, but on the stream. Tyler Anderson's here. Oh, I didn't double check it. That's all good. I do that stuff all the time. Tyler Anderson gets after the Padres. It's the Cubs. I'm just gonna give him some little respect. That's all right. He's doing okay. I put inside the roundup on for Saturday night's performance or Sunday night's performance. I put no, it was Saturday night. It's like, oh man, he was so bad with fastball command that I wonder if there's not some underlying issue. I almost wrote it, and then I didn't want to wish that into existence. I didn't want people to react to that because that's just unfounded and like, you know, I don't want people to then say, "Oh, is he injured? He's injured. I think he's injured." I didn't want to do that because I don't know anything about it. And then all of a sudden he got injured. I was like, there it was. Okay, so this is what I think our top 100 is going to be. I'm sure there'll be some player that I completely forgot about, and we're going to make Luis Garcia number 100. However, he's not actually like 100, if that makes sense. It's just more of a staple thing. I think it's gonna be Turnbull. No, it's gonna be Tyler Anderson. This sounds right to me for the bottom. But what I want to do before I forget it is I do want to do all of these labels before they go away. So I guess I'm going to say ace potential, strikeout upside, playing time question. That seems right to me. You could call it a stash option if you want. Stash option, player time question. I don't know, but I'm going to say strikeout upside from what we know. Stash option. Not going to put the streaming option right now. I'm just going to take it off. We don't know enough yet. Freed is still ill, yes. Injury risk, ace potential. Quality starts. Strikeout upside. Jose Reyes, a Toby, ratio focus streaming option. Quality starts. Nah, I don't even want to say Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb, you gotta be sweeter than Arena to do that. No. The way I see it is like, with Shane McClanahan, we know what that entity is, and that's a very good entity. I mean, he's thrown 100 at times with a devastating 93-mile-per-hour slider and developing changeup and a developing curveball, too, that both have legit plus potential. Logan Gilbert for wonderful things, and I'm very excited about that. But the fact that Jay McClanahan is in this certain position, we got to go at it. 93, Zach. It was at 93. And it wasn't like a little cutter. Like, that was legit. It was unbelievable. Oh, my God. I can't. Oh, I can't. Hold on just 1 second. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Someone just let me know a suggestion to put their starting pitcher rank next to the roundup blurb. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's keep going with this. Yeah, that's funny about Jamie Moyer. I'm mulling over whether to start Ohtani as a pitcher today. I'm first in ratios and wins in my Roto League. You're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. I would say that if I like my expectations for Ohtani at this moment are that he's only going to get better with each start, because I cannot emphasize enough how rhythm helps pitchers. Constantly pitching on regular rest and being able to make the tweaks you need to make in between starts, and not this like, I'm missing 2 weeks, I'm doing this, when am I starting, I don't know. That, like, look at Kluber, look at Tyonne, look at these, like, okay, over time they're going to be fixing these things. And so Ohtani, I feel, is at a point like, oh, cool, now he's actually like this. This is the third straight routine start for him. Generally, we start to see some improvements. So I'm personally starting him where I have him, but I do understand that, like, hey, yeah, you should maybe want to consider that. He kind of McClanahan it to him. That's funny. It did. So there were certain times when like it was a true slider, and sometimes it was just more of a cut. I'm with you there, Jacob. Oh yeah, I do that. P. Dono. If you look at the article, that's what I do. Forearm strain, top 80, top 60, so on and so forth. This is actually probably going to be like top 100. But you understand, like I do that rank if they're injured. Right? I understand that completely, so I tell you. What are my thoughts on Carlos Martinez? You're very nice apologizing. Don't worry about it. With Carlos Martinez, I want to see more out of his slider and changeup. His cutter was the reason why he had that like 8-inning game, and the Pirates just kept hitting into play and getting outs. So don't worry about that. It's just not. It's not the all-encompassing Carlos Martinez, but he gets Rocky Road next, and that's lovely. We love Rocky Road. Very sweet. Oh, but that's an impossible question to answer. That's the problem, P. Dono. That's why I do it like that. Is if I tell you where they'll be when they're healthy, then it's about your situation. Is the stash worth it? So on and so forth. You know, their timelines always change, everything like that. It's an impossible task to slot them on the list where like every week say exactly where they would be, because I can't answer that. There's just too many other variables that I'm not at that shift per person. Who else has a feeling that my 8 comeback starts tonight? This guy. I feel it too. I feel it. I think it's gonna be great. Okay, so I'm gonna give these labels, and then I have to at least start my coffee, because I definitely need my second cup of coffee after doing about 3 hours this morning streaming, and we're an hour and a half into, or hour and change into, this other 3 hour plus stream. So I need more coffee. But this is strikeout upside, cherry bomb. Let's just do that. And I guess injury risk, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's fine. Carlos Martinez is streaming option. Cherry bomb. I don't even want to say that. I guess you're chasing quality starts with him. It's kind of a Toby. It's weird. I'm just going to leave it like that. Update stream title. Did I not? I thought I did. Could have sworn I did. Oh, man. I put it all in. Did I not hit done? Thanks a lot. Let me do this now. Oh. I could have sworn that I did. I did all this. Huh. Oh, I did the no live notification, but I didn't do the thanks. Appreciate that a lot. Wainwright is pitching tonight. You blame the need for coffee. That's funny. Nick Pivetta, strikeout upside, cherry bomb. That's fine. Rich Hill, playing time question, low IPS, strikeout upside, streaming option. Casey Mize, low IPS, cherry bomb, streaming option. Cole Irvin is kind of a Toby. Just going to do that. Toby. What's the quality starts? Just do that. Stash option? Yeah. I'm just going to go like that. None of this really applies to Spencer. Fine. Streaming option. Toby, and streaming option, strikeout upside, playing time question. Cool. All right. I just need to hit the button, so I'll be right back. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Debate Between you guys, who should I have ranked higher, Huascar Ynoa or Freddie Peralta? Discuss amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, I got to jump out in like 5 minutes to go and get the coffee that I'm not brewing. Let's see here. Noah is a better hitter. Noah is a better hitter. Let's see. The actual coffee talk. Exactly. So what do we have here? Speaking of Cherry Bomb, Frankie Modest has been kind of one. He has been a bit. Yeah, I'm a little scared too. I think Montes over time is better, but now he gets Toronto in Dunedin, and it's just, oh God, no. Ynoa, Freddie. Ynoa. Interesting. Peralta. I mean, I know my answer, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts first here, guys. Wins is high with Ynoa right now. Whip edge goes to Ynoa. Sounds like a pick of Noah. Yeah. K potential is higher for Freddie Peralta. Ynoa's a better hitter. You know it. Okay, Freddie fastball. I have Pablo Lopez. You know it because you roster him. We're moving away from the term, from saying we own players. It's just not a good habit. So I'm going to probably have Freddie Peralta above Ynoa. You guys know I enjoy Ynoa. It's really, really fun. Thanks, Zach. Because I'll say this. When Freddie Peralta is throwing strikes, he is more effective than Huascar Ynoa. Yeah, and it's a question. Ynoa at 42 is mind-blowing, but at the same time, it's like, well, who's underneath him? It's all relative. Not to mention, all of the guys that should be ahead of him that are hurt right now or removed. I keep in mind that, like, yeah, not Chris Paddock. Corbin Burns just got removed, which is annoying. Max Fried is going to be above, by the way. He's returning, thankfully. Steven Strasburg is hurt. Strasburg. Oh my God. What is the right one? I don't even know. Strasburg. Not saying I know it's mind blowing, but right. But it's like that's it. I'm gonna go with Peralta because I feel like his current value is stickier than Ynoa's. I really like Ynoa, but that's because he's doing it right now. And I don't know if Ynoa's going to keep doing that. It's Strasburg. Oh, thanks a lot. Urquidy for Tyonne? I mean, how small of a league is it? I will have Tyonne above Urquidy, but I think they'll be in the same tier. If not, it's like really close. I know. I'll be completely honest with all of you. I'm really upset at myself for not being on Ynoa faster. I should have watched more of him last year. I should have watched more of him this year in the beginning. It took me, I think, until his second or third start, and then I was like, oh, wait, what? Okay, never mind. Kramer, yeah. 10-man points, 8 starters per team. I went too heavy on pitching. should have followed pitcher list. You should have, I'm messing with you. I'm messing around. Yeah, it is kind of like a courtesy IL in that way. Of like, okay, I certainly, I don't want pitchers to get hurt. I certainly have a sigh of relief at times when a pitcher that I'm conflicted about, that I'm just like, I don't know where to rank them, goes in the IL. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to deal with this right now. Yesterday he was still around. All right. So here we go. We've got this. Right? I'm going to be moving this stuff around. I kind of have a decent idea of how I'm going to do that. But for right now, and by the way, actually, like, I don't think anyone's from this. Right now, I'm going to just throw Max Fried back up here somewhere. And then that's really like the major move from these. I mean, Shane McClanahan and Daniel Lynch are going higher than where they are here. Shane McClanahan's going up to like, or whatever over here. I don't know. I'm just trying to like get them out of the realm where they are now. Just general movements. Get down here. Dane Dunning's down here. Jay Happ's down here. Taiwan Gove. John Gray, you coming down here? Ryan Yarbrough, you coming down here? Mike Minor, you coming down here? Essentially, like, who are in my head kind of just like questionable? Like, I'm okay dropping them right now, guys. I mean, Weathers, you are falling because what is going on with you? We don't know. Okay. Got the radio voice right now. Would I recommend starting Wainwright tonight? Absolutely. Have you guys seen how the Mets have been hitting? I mean, sure, they just put up 8 runs yesterday, but still. Hey, thanks, Dave, for the real Dave Franco, for following. Because I know Dave Franco's got to win his fantasy leagues too. I get it completely. We're down for Gio. Wait, what is that? Oh, thanks so much, Jibbles. Oh, it's really nice of you, man. That's super kind. If Rodon is at 39, this is going to make me super annoyed that at the Rodon for Gio trade that happened in my league. What? Oh, Giolito. Wait, is that just straight up? Like they're going to take Sean Manaea for Blake Snell? Oh, man. I'm sorry. Just find a new league, man. If I'm the commissioner, you like, it's clear collusion. It's like absurdly clear collusion. With his batting ball data is pretty bad. Yeah, if you guys didn't notice, on the player pages we have a small bug. We flipped accidentally the like strengths and quirks interpretation for BABIP. So he says like extremely unlucky. It's like actually extremely lucky. BABIP. Yeah, it's like low. It's like 220 or something like that for BABIP at the moment. I generally I think I don't really start looking at all that stuff until June, something like that. It's kind of funny if you think about an overall start, right? If you think of like one start for a pitcher, let's say they have 20 balls in play, which is actually, that's a lot for the pitchers that we talk about. But let's just say it's 20 balls in play, right? Actually, that sounds actually pretty good. Let's say 15 of them fall for outs, right? So that's a 250 BABIP. Okay, so we have 5 hits out of the 20, right? It's a 250 BABIP, right? One hit either way or so from that, it's like 13 over 20. I mean, so if you realize like 10 over 20 is like 500. So if I'm doing quick mental math here, Like 375 is around like the 12 to 13 mark, right? So that's like 2 batted balls, like ball down or they don't. On the other side of that, if you're at like 15 out of 20, that's 250. Then all of a sudden, one fewer is what, down to 225, something along those lines, and it's like, oh, maybe 200 even. It's it's kind of weird, right? Like every one is 50, so it's it's down to 200 if it's 16 out of it, and it's just such a small difference. That I just generally don't look at BABIP early on unless I'm like, hey, I feel like he's pitching really well. Is it really like an atrocity of a BABIP right now? Oh, okay, like Castillo is at a 370 or so. Fine. Probably not going to stick. You know? Is Paddock a bust? I wouldn't say that, actually. Paddock in his last start was pitching much better. Fastballs were up, better spin rates on it. Gore winning in the minors. I mean, look at this. They've already lost Morejon, and Dinelson Lamet's making his comeback and stuff, and Weathers is already hurt. Like, Paddock isn't the one to get shoved out of the way. That's not going to happen, I think. Strengths and quirks are just raw data. It's automated from MLB Inside Edge that we're translating and interpreting. That it pulls from the previous year until in the current year that they have either 20 plate appearances, 35 plate appearances, 20 innings, or 5 games. When all those things happen, then it switches over into the current season. How high do you see Tyonne's ceiling compared to Urquidy? I see it a little bit higher. I feel like it's like a more of a consistent ratio of strikeout floor than Urquidy's. I don't really see Tyonne's ceiling as like a top 10 guy though. Just so we're clear, I see him like as a top 20, like just like, oh yeah, like just a better Kyle Hendricks in this way, like not like a 250 ERA guy. Why wasn't Gore up last year? Well, that's the question we keep asking. Like, there were opportunities and he wasn't. That's how everyone is like, huh, what's going on with Gore? So, all right. I need to make my coffee. I need 30 seconds. Okay. This is the next question I'm going to ask you guys. Who should be ranked higher on the list? Jameson Taillon or Corey Kluber? All right, Chad, what do we got? What do we got? We got lots of Kluber here. Lots of Kluber. Taillon for the K's. Interesting. I think Taillon's looking better stuff-wise, even if he didn't have a standout start that Kluber did. Kluber likely more innings to trust the secondary stuff more. These are all really good points here. It's a tough question. I think it really comes down to what we just saw from Kluber. Are we believing that it's going to be that way? Like, are we going to see the changeup be that effective? He did do better with sinkers and cutters and took a step forward with breaking balls. Meanwhile, on the other side, Taillon, I think with every single start improves. Four-seamers are like, I think he has like a 19% swing strike rate on his four-seamer so far. Actually, let me take a quick look. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can essentially type it out like pitchers.com/player/ first name hyphen last name. Yeah, 20% swing strike rate on four seamers. Strike zone plot, we know this is messed up, by the way. Susceptible to the long ball, extreme fly baller, few grounders. Interesting. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. He's throwing it in the top of the zone. Plus percentage is pretty good. Terrible BABIP. Look at that. Strike percentage is pretty high. This is, I think, where Tyonne needs to improve the most. I think like in the last start we saw finally this work. You'd be like, wait, what are you talking about, Nick? Like only 8% swing strike rate. He's got to improve on that. No. Curveball in the last start was really, really good. I think the slider is the next step here. But really, that's the takeaway. Guys, this is so exceptional. 20% swing strike rate on it is just not typical. It just isn't. And by the way, if you don't know, if you haven't seen this yet, if you click all, the SP roundups from every start are in here. Oh, I didn't get the notes. I got to do that really quickly. But every SP roundup, it's in the archive. What I wrote about them is inside of this. Just click all here to expand them. Otherwise, you can just click on one start and you'll see it. But look at that. I need to make a full site announcement on it to make that clear for you guys. We just added that last week. But yeah, you guys should be using these player pages more. We've improved them already. And just for this, I mean, this data is pretty good. You can, for the most part, trust this stuff. There's one problem with the data that we're fixing right now, which we had to request. There was four seamer was currently all pitches that were labeled as two seamers were getting flagged into four seamers as opposed to sinkers, and I said a lot of things very nicely, but I talked to them about it a lot, and they're like, all right, we can make that fix happen. So the data source changed it. We're going to then make sure that four seamers and two seamers are not combined, and that's why we don't see a GIF available because of all that stuff. But it should be at least returning like previous years. That's annoying. There's 2019. There you go. Love it. I love this so much. It makes me so happy. That's interesting. So for some reason, this year's strike zone data is much worse than the old ones, because it sounds right, actually. Huh. Something to think about. Okay. Anyway. Oh, that shouldn't happen. Yeah. Why is it doing that? I should have updated already. I will bring all this up. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I mean, our plans are much, much larger for what we want to do with those player pages for the future. Oh, that's not the one, Nick. It's this one. But all right. So what was the consensus here? Consensus. I can say words. I think you guys are agreeing with Kluber, and I think I am too. But it's really close. Someone made the point about innings, and I think that's really the thing it comes down to, is that Kluber is going to go deeper for a good amount of time right now. I just needed to take the time to add those notes for Tyonne. Okay, so we're going to go to the top here. This stays the same. I put Bauer at 5. I am tempted. I'm tempted to change this, but honestly, I'm not really seeing a major shift that I feel like I need to. Scherzer is making it a tough time not to, though, but I think this is fine. Does Lance Lynn belong in this? I think so. Tyler Glasnow, you're back in on it because of the sliders returned. Gallen, Flaherty. I think right now it's this. And we'll do that. And I'll open this up. And I'm going to throw Sandy Alcantara into this. I want to throw Urias into this. And I want to throw Joe Musgrove into this, even though he did poorly. I'm not going to do that quite yet. This isn't where I'm going to rank this, but I feel like this seems right at the moment. There's a lot of guys that can go into that. Urias over Snell? No. I know you guys are frustrated with Snell, but Snell's not this. Yeah, the player pages are just going to get so much better, guys. Like I can't even express. We took a lot of time just designing that player page. You want Scherzer as the new tier? No, I don't want that. No, this is right. This is fine. Look, all these guys are going to get innings, save for maybe Tyler Glasnow, but Tyler Glasnow's quality is too good. Ace is going to ace for Sandy. I feel like I should be doing that. Is really the situation right now. You know? We'll see is the answer there. We're looking into it. I'll say this about projections. You know I hate them. I also recognize that as pitch list grows, and if we want to be that definitive fantasy baseball place, then we need to have projections. We need to have auction calculators. We need to have dollar values, all that stuff. So, yeah, if we don't have those things, then we can't really call ourselves that. So hopefully, but I can't, creating a projection system is incredibly difficult, and I don't want to make any promises I can't keep at the moment. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Oh, right. I gave it to Urias. You guys are completely right. Oh, man. Then I have to do this then. Fine. I want to save this moment, though. I'll do that. Here you go. This seems better. You'll get it in your next start. There we go. Good call. Good call, guys. No, I can't. I gotta. You're diluting it. I'm inside the top 20. Get out of here. Stop this. Stop this slander. I will not stand for. I'll keep Sandy in the same tier, but it's like I expect him to get it, but it's more of like I got to give him a week of hazing because I expect Snell not to be doing that. I mean, it's really close. I don't think Urias over Snell. I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm going to move on. Let's go. Let's say Casio. This is fine. Fine. This is all. I don't want to adjust any of this. Okay, so now here, where do I put down Maeda? I'm just gonna throw him down here for a second, and we'll deal with that in a moment. I feel like now these guys are all in the same tier. Greinke is gonna fall underneath this, and I feel like that it seems right. Max Fried is still ill, but I expect him to be better, so we're going to go here. For right now, this all seems fine. Barrios maybe actually here. Rodon is around here. He is... Yeah, he's there. That's fine with me. It's a little aggressive. I think this seems better. And we essentially started here. So the question now becomes is like Freddie Peralta, Inoa, Tyonne Kluber, right? Erod is underneath them for me right now because he just completely lost his fastball and it was terrible. I was like, dude, you can't do that. I guess he is. Yeah. You got to understand, like, these players are not, to me, in their rankings, it's not them being so much better. It's that Greinke has been disappointing. Barrios is going in and out. Yes, he did just get back his curveball, and that's a good thing, but I think he's really displayed at this point that he is that volatile guy. And like I had to remove all those other injured guys. That's the only reason why he's here. He's surviving, you know? Yeah, dude, you can't do that. You can't do that, Erod. Come on. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a start where his fastballs are gone. That's just not what he does. You know? Pablo Lopez, not a cherry bomb. Trevor Rogers is not a cherry bomb. Carlos Rodon is not a cherry bomb. Montes is a cherry bomb. Maeda is acting like a cherry bomb. You are the primo cherry bomb. Dylan Bundy, you're not a cherry bomb. Musgrove, you're not a cherry bomb. Luis Castillo is a cherry bomb. Snell's a bit of a cherry bomb. Glasnow's a cherry bomb. There we go. Hey, what's up, Ahedo? Good to see ya. Guys, it's Mikey Ahedo. Say hi to Ahedo. It's amazing to have a celebrity with us right now. Nah, I don't think I'm going to take down Molly after one outing. I mean, in that case, I should take down Joe Musgrove, too. I don't think there's enough in there. Like, yeah, the fastball command wasn't as good for Molly, but, like, I'm not going to... I think that's an anomaly. Ace potential for Castillo? Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah. If I've removed it, then I should be... Yeah. Appreciate that. Same with Maeda. Yeah, I got to give it Noah, too, I guess, right? And I'll give it to Heaney. I mean, this is ridiculous, this thing. Okay. All right. Check Arias. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, the labels. I have a love-hate relationship with the labels. Because I hope that they help people. I know we can do them better. Like, I could do them as shapes instead. Especially for those that are colorblind. I do want to do that. But the problem is that it takes a lot of time to change them. Like, every week, you know? And I try to catch certain things. Like, there's no playing time question with Sandy Alcantara now. And Charlie Morton. You know, and Trevor Rogers. Like, that should have been gone weeks ago. Tyler Mahle, gone. Ian Anderson, probably gone. Actually, I'll leave that one because he's probably on some sort of innings count. So, same thing with Arias. But, like, that's what I'm trying to get at is, like... It's frustrating. It's a very tedious thing. Oh, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that, M-Wad. Yeah, you pay no attention to the labels. That's right. So that's why I kind of don't really touch it too much. And people get really upset at me. Like, how could he be listed as a stash option? Or, like, I'm like, oh, it's because I forgot to uncheck it. I'm sorry. Trying to help as much as I can. We can make you a better interface for that, Ben Burney. Oh, well, how, though? You guys, this is already a really good interface. It's just more of, like, it just takes time. Ben Burney, by the way, one of our developers who's fantastic, and I cannot be more lucky. Lucky to have someone like Ben as a part of this. Yeah, I have a friend of mine who uses it and says, Nick, honestly, the only thing I like really care about with it is strikeout upside checked if they're later on. You know? Let's talk later. Absolutely. Of course. Yeah, I've actually also thought, like, can I just redo the labels a bit? You know? There's certain ones that I don't really check, and like, I feel like I should have Spice Girl in there, and there's so many different things. It's just kind of like, God. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we're trying to, you know, I'm just trying to make the dream site, create the best thing we can. I will say, this is the week where I am making the full roadmap for February for Pitchell 7.0. Because we have 4 developers, we have 4 people helping out with database stuff, and we have UI UX as well. And I'm taking full advantage of it this year. So we are going to be starting essentially next week on the things we want to create and improve during the season, during the off season, and the preseason, and during next season. So, anyone listening that is like, this is the thing that I want. That if you were in my shoes, you would change, you would invest everything in that you want. If it can be as small things from like, I want to see the schedule article in the menu, to large things like, can you please get yourselves a mobile app or something like that? Please articulate these to me. Send me an email, info@pitcherlist.com. I will read every single one of these. Keep in mind, I will not be just favoring the loudest shouter or the boldest. I mean, I want a mobile app. Just keep in mind, Zach, a mobile app costs like $100,000. I'm not even joking. If you want it done right with how much content we have, it will take a lot of investment. So it would be so sick. It was just, it's this guy. We have no board. We have no VC. It's literally just me making these decisions as we have this unbelievable staff creating this, with me. So I hope all of you understand, we are not CBS. We are not NBC. We are a site that is driven by all of you here, PL Plus, with going to the site, subbing here, all that stuff. It all helps us. And it all goes straight to you. Like, I don't actually take anything from Pitcher List, if you can believe that. I don't take a salary. I don't, whatever. I just pour it all straight back into the site. Ha, not CBS or NBC. Yeah, you guys are ridiculous. But yeah, if you have thoughts about this stuff, please send me the email, outline the things that you would want. If this is the time to do it, because if you send it to me in a week, too late. It's already done. It's already in the books. We gotta reshuffle things. So do it this week. If you can, the next couple days, send me that email. I agree with all of this. Burger versus burrito. I agree with that stuff. How do I get paid then? I am a consultant for a company with their website. And I get to do that in my rare free time. That keeps me, keeps the lights on and everything like that. Question is the reason that left to right handedness is always blank on the player pages. It shouldn't be. I will look into that. Biggest is for me is when I click SB Streamers at the top, it should open the most recent streamer article, which is a small thing, but that's a big thing. I really do like that. We can certainly make those menu items. info@pitcherlist.com. Site loads just fine on Safari. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're trying to do. We're trying to at least make that mobile experience just like not bad, as long as we can do that. I mean, at some point we want to have a mobile app and everything, but like I have a grand vision for what I want that app to be. But it might be something different than actually what you guys are thinking of. Right. Yeah, if we're making a mobile app, it's going to be like, I'm not going to just phone it in, because then it's just worthless. Oh, you're an attorney. Oh, nice, man. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to, sorry for that ramble about it. We're not talking about the top 100. We're just talking about that stuff. But you guys know me. It's the same way I treat my rankings, my lists. Like, I want to have all these discussions. If you guys want something and I don't have a good reason that we shouldn't be focused on that, then like, we all want the same thing. We all want Pitcher List to be the coolest place ever, There's no ulterior motive. And the reason why the other rankings are not available on the top bar, it's more of just that's a quick fix for us. We have it in that weekly rankings thing right now, so you can get quickly accessed it. But it's just like, oh yeah, I've noticed that is the most requested thing. Here it is, quick access to it right now. Yeah, I will say this for 7.0, a major focus is actually redoing the homepage and having just better navigation. I mean, we just have so many amazing things like the player pages, our leaderboard. That's the stuff. Oh yeah, I'm still live for like another 2 hours. So I mean, I really want to. I know we've already had like 3 different iterations of the homepage, or like 4 or something like that. But I feel like we gotta keep doing it. I'm at an hour and 50 minutes, I think, something like that. Is Greinke worth a sell? I would not do that. I would not do that, Kyle. I don't think that he would, don't know how easy it would be, but always a way to compare pitchers would be awesome. Compare them how? How would you want to do that, Haver? Haver's tall. Oh, man, Tar Minotaur. Oh, thanks for gifting out some subs, man. That's really, really kind of you. Well, this is 6.0. We're at 6.0 now. Next year is 7.0. Compare stats. I gotcha. Okay. So, like, on player page, to be able to say two players, I want to see the stats between these two guys. Cool. Yeah, I think we want to have things like that. The step for us this year was to get the stats, get like a foundation for creating like a stat heavy website. Because remember, it's just like articles before. The next step is to, cool, now that we have stats, what things do we want to do with that, right? And advanced stats. Oh, that's a thing for later. All right, we're going to move on here. Greinke, Molly, Lopez, Ian Anderson, Savali, Rodon. This seems pretty right to me. I can understand Ian Anderson being here. I think that's, yeah. I trust Savali a little bit more than Ian Anderson at the moment, but this seems fine. The question then becomes, how far down do we bring this little trio of disappointment? And it's at different levels. So I will, like, for example, I'm going to put Hendricks down here just for right now. Peralta, like these guys I feel should all be above here. These four at the very least. Kenta Maeda I think is like, oh man, I don't know where to put him. I'm going to keep him right here. Start him new tier. We are going to do this. I'm just thinking for a moment right now, like the stability of Peralta it's kind of crazy, but he's not going to explode to be like a Corbin Burns type. It is doing well, but it's not something that we necessarily feel is tangible through the year while Corey Kluber is going in the right direction. I'm going to do this. And then I'll leave this. I think this is right. And then Montes and Maeda in the same tier seems right to me. So I think this is where the tier ends. I do want to put Urquidy above all of these. Would he be in the same tier? Actually, he might. I'm just going to do that. And then Danny Duffy comes up. Danny Duffy starts the next tier. I don't think he belongs there, but Danny Duffy is just being ridiculous. Maeda's ceiling is still exactly what he did last year. Let's see a feature where you could load your league's free agents. Oh, so you want linking up. I'm going to tell you right now, Zach, we're likely not to do something like that. But I mean, I've talked about this before on the morning podcast and stuff. My dream, if you guys are like, man, I really like Pitcher List, but I feel weird supporting it because it's just kind of another blog or something. I want you guys truly to understand that my goal of Pitcher List is to create the Pitcher List fantasy baseball platform. I'm not even joking about that. I don't know when. I don't know, but everything we do, to me, is about going towards that. And I'll never that's all I want to say. I want to make sure that's apparent. It's all hypothetical. It's all whatever. But it just makes so much sense to me to create that. Because if there's anything that this fantasy baseball community can agree on, is that there is no perfect fantasy baseball platform. And it's just Fantasy Pros on a separate platform. Yeah, sure. Fantasy Pros is a weird thing to me because I don't think anyone truly realizes that all that Fantasy Pros does is it takes these rankings that are supposed to be for a normal league and treats it like a best ball. And it's like, what? Fantasy Pros rankings. If you guys think about this, it's a best ball ranker. You know? You guys are the best. We haven't done anything, G-Legs. But like all it is, like I'm putting in my pitcher rankings, and then at the end of the year, I'm told how accurate I was. I'm like, wait a second. I'm not creating a list of like how I think all of them are going to perform. I'm doing it based on me drafting a team with the expectation that I'm going to be swapping some of these out, but these are the ones I wanted to chase earlier on. You know? So it's weird to me. Yeah, find a way to make Ohtani. We'll do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, the table stuff. Yeah, we are. If you guys saw like 2 weeks ago, we're changing our table maker. So, oh, thanks, G-Legs. I mean, yeah, I want to make the best thing. So imagine if we have a fantasy baseball platform, how all of a sudden all these questions you guys are saying, like if it's all integrated on one platform, then like all the wonderful things you want are there. So anyway, the reason I feel it's important to say this stuff is I want you to know that everything we do is to make us better, right? Where does all your support go? It's not just like to me. It's like, no, it's to creating the things that you want. That's all. That's all I'm trying to get at. All right. So Danny Duffy, I think, is going to start this next tier. Marcus Stroman, I think, is slightly above Eduardo right now, but I'll put Eduardo right underneath that. Even though Alex Wood has a bad setup ahead, I think he still belongs up here. Same with Christian Javier. Tristan McKenzie still a hold, but it's getting kind of tougher. Nathan Valdes over here. Andrew Heaney. Oh, Robbie Ray is jumping up to here. And I know it's kind of crazy after 2 starts that he's been peppering the zone. But the problem is if you look at these, it's like, I don't really feel too confident. Actually, maybe this is too aggressive. Stroman's going to be more consistent. But Alex Wood, I don't know. Christian Javier actually above him. I'll do this. I'll do that. Wait, so how do most fantasy sites handle Ohtani? ESPN has him as one player. Well, yeah, because of tomorrow's streaming pictures is because that's a really small table. The list has all the labels and that messes things up. Robbie Ray, I guess, is right there at top 50, but don't think of it as top 50. Like, it's just, it's just kind of where it is right now. Does that make sense? We're gonna push up Sean Manaea. We're gonna push up Chris Bassett. Is there anyone else that needs to get massively shoved up here? I feel weird saying that. Let's get Shane McClanahan up here. Let's get more Pineda love. We didn't move as I just did that. Is there anyone else that deserves a massive, massive boost? Not really. Well, I mean, Patrick Corbin last week's ranking was with the understanding of I am not starting him. I'm sorry, was with I am starting him against Miami. You're right. He's not starting against the Yankees next. Yeah. I need to sneak. I'm not gonna. What, you think I make worse rankings so that I can get better guys on my team? Come on. I know you're joking, Haver. I like to think that your name is Haver Saint All. But anyway, and by the way, if you guys are here and you weren't here this morning, you should be 8:30 to 11 a.m. every single Monday through Friday. Come on by. I record the podcast. I do the streamers for the day. Any questions you have, seriously, I just answer them. If you are asking, like, who do you think is going to be higher on the list, I will tell you then. Bumgarner is going to get a bump. He won't face Atlanta, but it's more than Atlanta. Snorkel. Great name. I remember that. Rusty Snorkel. I love it. I will say Hendricks is over these two guys, but I think this is at the very least fair. Here. Oh, thanks so much for the sub for oh, man, it's Tar Minotaur. You're killing me, man. Let's do this. I want Shane up here. I would be dropping those guys for Shane. All right, so we're getting close to that point of like, no, here. underneath here. I don't feel like I need, yeah. We're getting close to it of like, what do we do? This is a stash play and I'd rather have this. No. Joe Montgomery I think is better though. This is interesting. Shohei should probably go here. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, that feels good. This is more consistent. Cool. I'm feeling good about this. Gibson does get a bump. All right. Or actually, I feel really good about this right now. I normally don't. You might be right, P. Dono. I will say this about Hendricks. His situation is weird because we've always kind of felt he's overperforming with the stuff that he has and that he has a very small margin for error. So this is why we're acting a little harsher to him when we're seeing more consistent struggle. There is a much higher feeling that, oh, this could be it with Kyle Hendricks than others, especially seeing both the changeup and curveball be like, nah, we are not showing up tonight, you know, as suddenly Hendricks is there with presents, ready to open cake and candles and no one around him, right? So I will say at 55, that seems about right, you know? Like, Eovaldi is helping you. Heaney is a strikeout fiend. Minaya has increased velocity and getting more whiffs. Chris Bassett is doing really well, actually. After his two bad matchups to start the year, he's cruised. The floor is bad. And by the way, I'm just telling you right now, totally not anything at the moment. I don't know how it is for everybody. For whatever reason, the phrase "I hear you" is like the worst phrase ever to me. It's like I see someone say "I hear you," and all I'm like conditioned to expect is this their way of saying I'm ignoring exactly what you just said. You should not apologize whatsoever. You really don't. That's why I was like nervous to even mention that, and I needed to preface it. But Robbie Ray does have a terrible floor. I would argue that the ceiling is higher for Hendricks. And also he's doing better things right now of throwing fastballs over the zone, into the zone that are really effective. I actually feel like there's even another level for Ray to hit right now. Yeah. Oh, man. I hear you on the hear you. But you guys know what I'm saying? It's kind of like once you realize that if you carve the word B-U-T out of your vernacular and just replace it with and, things are way better. It's just never say like, oh, yeah, but this. Like, no, just say, oh, yeah, and this. All of a sudden you just like are just way better and more positive and not conflicting and less combative. I do noted. Oh, yeah. Oh, noted. Yeah, good point. That's it. Just make sure the first, whatever it is, if you want to say something else that's like trying to deviate from the other person's point, humans, all of us, we're all like really ultra sensitive to understanding the first half is, yeah, you're just saying that. You're just saying that just to be like the trained words and you don't feel that. It's not genuine. Yeah, if you find that's good people coaching. Yeah. Yes. And I think this is also going to help you, you know? Instead of yes, but I think that's going to help you. Like, well, that's why why are you trying to be contrarian to it? Just add to it. You know? That's all. There you go. People coaching. I love this stuff. All right. Come here for the pitcher ranking, stay for the life coaching. All right. Let's get back to this. So I think I'm at the point that I'm probably going to start from the bottom and go back up. Are there any other major players here that I feel are just, you know, I feel like, for example, Wainwright needs more loves. Domingo Gorman does. Daniel Lynch, I think we're past the point for a lot of these guys that I'd be like, yeah, might as well drop them for him. But now we're getting to the, like, I don't like them very much tiers. So let's do that. Let's establish who those guys are, and then we can kind of figure out the middle grounds and where the tiers are. We're getting really close, I think. I think we're like 20 minutes away from having a final ranking. So I've established this. I think this ending is right for now. I'm not a huge fan of Dane Dunning, but I think Mike Minor is doing a worse job at taking advantage of good matchups. So I'm going to bring him down here. Oh, man, this is getting complex for me. Is Weathers confirmed for a start? No, but he's not confirmed to be out of the rotation. That's the problem. Cease does need a little bit of love, and I do agree with you. Actually, when I was going through this, I was like, Cease might be someone I raise. Same with Garrett Richards. Like, these three here, I think, need more love. So actually, instead of just raising them, I'm just going to bring them above the other ones. Justin Dunn. Dallas Keuchel? No, stay up there, Dallas Keuchel. Gibson. All right, so that's pretty much all I can do, I think. Like, I don't want to bring down any of these guys. Maybe Marquez. Marquez is annoying. I'm going to do this at the very least. This is a tough one. Do we keep Singer or do we go with Lynch? And I'm like, I kind of just want to go with Lynch. I'm so annoyed with Singer, but no, fine. Fine. Ceiling for Tony Disco. Not too high because it's really dependent on sliders and sinker command. When he throws over 40% sliders is essentially when Desclafani does his best because that means he's feeling it enough. We're turning this into an improv class. Yes, and that's funny. I mean, that's just a good mentality in life, you know? It's just good mentalities. Kwon Kim, I think, deserves not this much love, but he gets really mousy over here. So when I'm looking at this, who's actually like standing out to me, as in like they should not be here? Hap deserves a little bit more love. Yarbrough is not really being as consistent, but I think he's still better than these guys. These deserve to be down here. Gray is underneath this. Rich Hill, I'm going to keep above it. Nick Pivetta is weird and terrifying, but I'm going to actually do this because I do feel he's somewhat close and it's weird. Taiwan Walker deserves to be above it, as a Toby. Toby short-term, fine. Carlos Martinez and Kwon Kim, okay. Wayne Miley is not this good. So he's going to go here. And there you go, guys. The list is done. I don't necessarily feel that way, but it's really close. Hey, thanks so much for the Amazon Gaming Prime gaming thing. I gotta be good at this. I'm not good at it yet. I'm getting there. It's been about a month. No, thanks, Cleggs, for the Prime Gaming sub, man. Kikuchi might need some love. You might be right about that. Oh man. All right. Let me do this really quickly. Hold on. So let's see. I gotta do this thing. Twitch Prime is what other streamers call it. Yeah, well, it used to be Twitch Prime, but then they changed it to Prime Gaming. So then it's like, all right, it's Twitch Prime. I'll just go with Twitch Prime. That's fine. That's wonderful. Anyway, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go down this and go individually and just kind of do I feel this guy above this guy, and just kind of go like that. And thanks for the follow, Clay. By the way, we're really close to 100 subs, I think. Where are we here? We're up to 99 subs. So who's gonna be the 100th? I don't know. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch sub, by the way, that I would absolutely love if you want to support this and costs nothing to you. So here's the thing. So I feel good. Peralta, Tyonne, Montes, or Keedy feels right. Danny Duffy's right after that. He's just been too good. Everyone's going to be shouting, oh my God, Duffy is 0.6 ERA is lower than his 0.97 whip. I'm with you. Oh, no, that's not the best. Thanks for the follow, man. I'm I might put him above Urquidy. Like, he might belong in that tier at this point, but it's just, it feels like it's a Vargas rule and not something that actually sticks. So that's why he is where he is. Thanks, Bub Rub, for the follow. So Duffy, Stroman, Rodriguez, Javier, Ray. Wood, Eovaldi, Heaney, Minaya, Bassett. I think this is right. This feels right to me. It's not. It's all kind of close. I feel like this goes all the way to here. Like this is a mixture of upside and some Tobies and stuff, but they're all pretty much on the same level. I might do that though. I feel like that's the fun thing to do. I'm gonna do that. Danny Duffy does feel a little bit better and more secure at the moment. I'll just be like, all right, you're doing things, buddy. Robbie Ray is one that actually I think I'm going to do that. This whole Stroman Rodriguez thing is messing me up. But I do recognize that they probably should be better than they're like slightly better Tobies. So fine, I'm just going to leave that. I kind of do want to make Ray the number one of the tier though. Well, right, that's what I'm kind of getting at. But I don't feel that Stroman's going to be... Like, it would make so much sense if at the end of the year, I'm like, oh yeah, Stroman had a 3.8 ERA with a 126 whip and like a 21% K rate. And it's like, yeah, and that's about it. So, you guys are guessing what the image is. That's a good guess for a tree. Could be Robbie Ray. With Tony Disco could be about that too, but I think Tony Disco is a lower floor than Marcus Stroman does. That's why he's on this tier. Presley, is that the list for Duffy? That's a good guess. I like that guess, Presley. Duffman from Rusty Snorkel, love that. Robbie Ray from Gotta Be Prov. You know what? This is fun. I got an idea. I'll do this for you, chat. Hey, Ahedo, you are the 100th subscriber. I feel like that's incredibly fitting. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to start a prediction. All right, y'all. You have 30 minutes. It's between the two of you. Thanks, Ahedo. It's between Duffy and Robbie Ray. Okay? You guys can bet as many channel points as you want. Who's it going to be? It's up to you guys. Put your points wherever you believe it. And that's all I will say about that. Okay. Montgomery, Kikuchi, Brubaker, Pineda, Bumgarner, McKenzie, Corbin. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Well, Mike Brooks, if you feel that way, then you should bet on it. Look at this. I love this even right now. It's gonna. I'm opening it for 30 minutes. So anyone that comes in, we can remind them. You can go off and do this. We're gonna be we're gonna be setting up more stuff for channel points too. Like being able to obviously highlight things, but then also, getting requests for those, oh my God, picture video breakdowns in the mornings, stuff like that. Anyway, let's keep moving along here. I feel like Domingo Gorman is above Dallas Keuchel, and Ryan Weathers is in this weird place. I feel like I need to drop him a lot, because if he does start, I don't think he's going to be able to go long. So then it's just a question of like, well, I don't know if I should be doing anything with him then, right? Alzolay, I think, is underneath this at the moment. Okay. This is feeling really good, actually. I think people will be upset with Jordan, and I kind of agree with that. I feel it myself. I think Pineda is a better bet right now. Yeah, this is feeling good here. Good. I think this is the next tier. I'm going to put Herman in here. Yeah, it's close. I'll do that. I think it's this and this. Then this and this. Oh, Herman Marquez, what do we do with you? I'll go like that. And then we have like our fun upside plays. Then we go to here. This is probably Taiwan Walker. Weird to see Justin Dunn here, I would think. But no, I think that's fine, actually. There's an argument to be made that Dunn belongs up here. Oh, sorry, Walker does. But I honestly feel like it's like these guys I bank on a little bit more. Fine. This is fine. That's fine. He's Taiwan Walker should be a Toby through the year. But I would drop him for Daniel Lynch. No, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. What do we got right now? So we have 12-10 think it's Duffy and not Robbie Ray. Interesting. Pineda. Oh, really? It's not? Oh, okay, fine. I'm going to stop doing that then. Michael Pineda. Just sounds so weird now. Rizzo versus Freeman. Oh man, you don't need me to do that. Where's Singer right now? Oh no, this is fine for Singer. This is totally fine for Singer. I think. I mean, yeah, this is fine. I'm going to leave this. This is fine. The reason Shane McClanahan is where he is because the Rays have expressed that they want to start with him. His stuff is so amazing. And I don't feel with any of these right now that if I don't roster them, I've missed out. You know, there's a moment of like, how much should I be chasing upside more than like stability? And to me, it's about if I lose the stability, guys, am I going to feel like my team is now struggling? I don't feel like I'm struggling if I'm missing out of anybody in this tier from 59 down. I just don't. I would like them. They're helpful and stuff, but I feel that if you give me a team that has like 4 starters, just 4 starters, and then, and nobody, and like 4 starters and empty bench spots, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, and like I can find things in the meantime, and then I'll eventually get other stuff. So I would rather, the checkbox is the tier mark. Excuse me. The internet does. I think it's already been done at this point, really. I mean, ace potential, like the ace potential tag, like, yeah, it's just like he's a cherry bomb, So I'll probably take this off, by the way, for Jordan Montgomery at this point. Strikeout ups. Like, what even is he? I guess he's ratio focused at this point. Is he though? Like, what is Jordan Montgomery? I don't want anything listed. He just kind of is right now. I want to say he's both. It's weird. Fine. Cherry bomb, strikeout upside, and ratio focus. Let's just go with that. Oh, of course Patrick Corbin does. If he didn't, then he'd be like, if this is what Patrick Corbin was, he'd be all the way down. It's the expectation that maybe he can be up, Oh, hey, Mile High Tom. Thanks so much for the sub. Yeah, Wind Chaser. Yeah, that's a good point. That should be one too. It's King of the Tobies. It's Spider-Man. I guess he's the... Yeah, I guess he's the Toby. Yeah, that's fine with me. Let's just call him that and call it a day. Shamanaya. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this stuff. It's fine. We're going to keep going down. We get to this. Taiwan Walker, Kim Martinez. I think that's the right order. I'll do this, actually. No, I'll give him more love. Here. And I think... Here is that last tier. Yeah, I think we got it. I probably want to take a chance at Pavetta over Miley. John Gray, you're just driving me nuts. I think we're good. You'd rather have Tony Disco? I don't know if I would. I think we're getting overblown by the fact that he has 2 starts. 2 starts against Rocky Road and Oracle Park. That's a lot, you know? That's a lot. Oh, no. Who did you trade? Oh, Corbin. Oh, I'm so sorry, Presley. I am having fun in starting Lynch tonight because I like to have fun. I don't recommend it. I think the smartest thing to do is to expect him to go 4 innings and Jacob Junis to come in after. But I don't care. I think this is it, guys. I think this is this week's list. And we should feel good about that. Yeah. No, I'll put Turnbull above. Yeah, you get that 1 extra bump there, Turnbull. Well done. Hey, it could be the start that he turns it around. All right, we're going to put this out. This is good. This is very good. We change the date. And now is my favorite time writing 2,000 words worth of notes. Oh my God. God, the notes are the worst. The notes are the worst part by far. Ugh. But here's the thing. We got 20 more minutes left to predict this. We have only 22 people have taken part. If you guys don't know, if you don't know what's going on at the very top of chat, it's absolutely free for you. You have channel points just by watching this Twitch stream. And you can earn more by betting them for this week's question, which is who will be the image of the list this week? Is it Robbie Ray or Danny Duffy? So is DeGrom actually good? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I can't see the prediction for some reason. Oh, it's at the top of the chat. It should say predict right at the top. But yeah, I see 14. Yeah, 26 people have done it. Any idea how to see it? If you're watching, I don't know. I actually don't know why you wouldn't see it. Sorry. So what I also do is, first of all, I send this to. So this is last week's. And I know, by the way, you guys have said in the past, this is DeGrom. Don't worry, it's not. Nick, can you put the list at the top or a link down to it? I know I'm going to be the annoying one here, but I will not because I need, like, I get so many questions that are answered in the notes, and I need to put it first. I need to just have people say, like, hey, read the notes. I'm so sorry. I guarantee you if I add something like this, they just go to the ranks, they only look at it, and they don't read the notes. And I'm like, guys, please just read the notes. I didn't update that last week. All right, let's see. We have 34 people have voted. Okay. what I'm seeing is 20-14 Duffy over Ray. Interesting. Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't do blurbs on all 100, you know. Armley, you do not need to apologize to me whatsoever. By the way, I see that somebody has already sent site suggestion. You are awesome, Cam. Very much appreciate you for doing that. Yeah, remember, info@pitcherlist.com. This is the week. If you have suggestions, things you want changed at Pitcher List, I am building the roadmap for the next 9 months of the site. So, that's really kind of you. Thanks so much, Contra. But yeah, if you want something changed or improved, you have ideas, all that kind of stuff, this is your opportunity. Send me an email, info@pitcherlist.com. I will read every single one, I promise. I won't necessarily do all of it because there's a lot more of, questions of logistics and resources and all that fun stuff, but I want to hear all your thoughts. Do I think Tyonne is going to get past 5 innings? Oh yeah. They're easing him into this. Absolutely. What if I get 5,000 emails? Well, I won't. I mean, I won't. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's cool to see all of you guys here. I gotta say, like, it's I don't know, it's very humbling. Like, it's cool to hang out with you guys as you guys care about this stuff. But here I go. Oh, this is the most painful part. All these wonderful notes. How many did you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, so 42 different things. So essentially half of the people, if not more, got a blurb attached to them. Before I even do that, forgot. Sorry. I got to go through this. So who are the ones we removed? We got to make sure that they have the thing, and also if they were added. So we got to go through this. Max Fried, get rid of that. I got to add in, actually, Corbin Burns. We got to add in Chris Paddock. So as I do that, just in May, I gotta say that about Dustin May, I feel. We did Corbin Burns, Hyunjin Ryu. Let's see, Luzardo. What was it, like, with hand fracture? Matthew Boyd. I mean, Matthew Boyd, is he making his next start, actually? Did he hit the IL? All right, well, he's not pitching this week, and that's what's important. I am going to, I'll make this better for y'all. How far is this? There we go. Hey, there it is. And then I can pull this over. Yeah, that's better. Luzardo broke his pinky fracture. Thank you. I'll say finger fracture. Fractured finger. Better English. He's moving down the list. Yeah, there it is. Well, I mean, Price is on this. I'm essentially not going to remove things from the table because at some point it'll be relevant, you know? I would ask Jake Robinson in his weekly injury report article. Jacob Robinson does a great job with that. I'm gonna put something on Matthew Boyd, but it's not gonna be here. All right, so I'm gonna delete that row. Who am I replacing on this? Like he's good enough now, so let's put Drew Smiley. Not sure he's good enough. Drew is getting replaced. It's here. Zack Davies. Not sure he's good enough. I think, by the way, I think someone reported that I had someone twice on this, and I didn't realize I did. It was Logan. Who was it? Apparently, there's someone that's on here twice. Oh, Zack Davies is already here, so well, he was going to be twice. Let's say Bruce Zimmerman. In that case, I gotta add Marco Gonzalez for the IL. What was it? Forearm strain? With arm injury, I'm gonna say. Top 70. Just be conservative. Oh, I see. Thank you. What is he on the IL with? The hamstring? They don't even say what it is in this. Okay. Let's see, hamstring? Let me just Google that and see if I get anything. Yeah, okay. And what is it from Marco Gonzalez? Forearm strain. Dalton Jeffries, IL with, what was it? Tendonitis. Thank you. I'll just say top 100. If starting. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'll do this. I'll just do. Someone asked about it, and I was just like, let's just do it. Oh yeah, in case you didn't get the Mackenzie Poor SP roundup, because I had 1 or 2 people question me about it. It's because of Mackenzie Gore. Oh, Arrieta, thank you. Here's Arrieta. Where's the other Arrieta? Wait, where's the other Arrieta? I feel like I keep seeing it here and it's not. It's Arihara. Where's Arrieta? Oh, there he is. He's right there. Huh. He's doubly not good enough. Let's just remove this row. Thank you. Okay, so now we go to the end here. You are a part of this now, and so are you. So let's just say Jacob Junis, you're out of the rotation though. Rotation, I put the wrong one. This is Matt Shoemaker. You are in here. Joe Ross. You are in this as well. So, actually, this is going to be different. Was it COVID IL? No, it was groin strain. I'll just do that. Is there anyone else that is actually in this that he can replace the line with? I don't think so, right? Yeah, okay, I'll just add one more line for David Garcia. Okay. And ta-da! A strain? Oh, it's Tommy John. Yeah. I can just remove Tom. I can just do this. You're out for the year, Doc. Did Mize end up making the list? Casey Mize did. Yes, thank you. All right. Is there anyone else that is? Let's do that. I'm trying to keep it all consistent. Not sure if good enough is this now. Not sure if good enough. I'm just gonna seriously. I feel like this is just way better and more consistent. Just makes it look much better. Any thoughts on Michaelis? He's a Toby essentially at best right now, and like he's not someone I would want to. There you go. I got you. Cool. All right, I'm gonna move on here. Oh, what is Chris Archer? Isn't it Tommy John? Isn't this Tommy John with Chris Archer? He's weeks away from return, so he's not. Okay. I'll just say that because we have no idea. I'll say at alternate site, top 40. Okay. I think we're good. Who's in the Spider-Man race so far? That's a good question. We'll take a look soon. And let me save this draft so I can send it to Fast. So that he can start prepping the podcast. Okay, so. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is fine. I'll leave that one. All right, I gotta write the notes now. Oh my god. All right. Oh man. Before I do, let me just be right back. I need to use the bathroom really quickly. In the meantime. Oh, you know what? Are we done with the predictions? Wait, I do want to do that. I do want to let you guys see that if that's done. Oh no, we have a couple more minutes. Never mind. So I'm gonna get to the notes in a moment, But I do want to debate here. Let's see. What's a good one? Oh, all right. Mackenzie Gore or Michael Kopech when they arrive in the majors and they're actually in the rotations. Let me know what you think. I'll be right back. Everyone's like Kopech. My God. Wow. Sid Finch. Love it. I love this. I thought everyone would be like Gore, but like, I remember seeing a list last year for like dynasty leagues that had that had Gore like in the top 20 of starting pitchers. And it's like, I love this. You guys are like, yeah, Kopech is amazing. I'm like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right, get your final votes in. We got about like a minute left. Is it going to be Danny Duffy? Is it going to be Robbie Ray as the image of the list this week? Who is it going to be? Man, it looks like we have 17,000 points riding on on Ray. 11,000 to 12,000 on Duffy. I can't wait to showcase the actual image. Do you think he gets a chance? Oh, yes, absolutely for Kopech. Without a doubt. I feel like essentially once the next major injury happens, you will see Kopech in it. So if you want a stash, like to me, it's like easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He should absolutely get it. All right. Predictions are closed. Let's take a look. Dun, 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 dun. It's beautiful. I love it. It's, it's of course, look at that. Danny Duffy. Danny Duffy. It's gorgeous. I'm just so impressed by Justin every week. Duffy Truthers getting in here. So choose outcome. It was Danny Duffy. Congratulations. My life savings well spent. Sorry for the Robbie Ray guys. Sorry. But yeah, it's Danny Duffy. All right, let's get this back. And here we go. Let's make some wonderful, wonderful notes. I have to do the preview of it over here so that I can see it. And let me actually just take a quick moment. And I'll do this actually for you. I think this is a good idea. What I can do for you guys, I think this will work. Let me see if I can set this up right for you. So what I can do is I can put the list to the side. So I can go like this essentially. That's the problem though. If I'm typing on this, I can't. But I want to do that, but I can't really. So maybe I can do it the other way. Let's get this all the way over here. Let's get this here. Pull you down. And then make this whole thing. Like, I want that. That's what I want. So. Can you see it? Can you read it if it's that small? I think it's too small. I can just pull this in. And then I got to do this. I got to pull this down. I'm getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay. Here we go. Cool. I'm in the way. I'm sorry. I gotta get this guy. Actually, I could just. So there we go. So now you can see the notes and the rank as we go. Paradis is yes. He's an innovator. You know, he's one of the critical elements of what makes Pitcherless just so, yeah, what it is essentially. All right. Do I mention this again? Quick note. I don't have this, and I really should. Is oh, okay. One, two. Let's do this. I feel like I thought I had this before and I didn't. I feel like this should be added. And then 3 is what the other major one? You're right. I want to note that and then lastly, the final rule I want to make was something else that I've already forgotten, which is just really wonderful and brilliant. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's fine. Oh, yeah, if it... Only incorporate... There you go. I want to say, let's do this. If that's good. Okay. That's much better. Okay. Oh no, we knew that Lanson would return, so never mind. I can slide this down as I go about it. So hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully it's pretty easy to read. I missed the poll. I would have lost. Ha! Does PL still do a weekly pod for hitters as well? So on the barrel, we're taking a quick hiatus with that. We do have many podcasts though for this. So you have On the Wire for your Fab Bibs on Sundays. You have In the Deep for those in deeper leagues. We have Hacks and Jacks, Wins Above Fantasy, Dugout Study Hall. All of them talk about players going on for fantasy purposes. Dugout Study Hall more on like the high level like analytics side. While Hacks and Jacks and Wins Above Fantasy are more of your standard ones. We have Clubhouse Nap Time, which is more about just like bigger baseball discussion. But yeah, Hacks and Jacks and Wins Above Fantasy would be kind of what you're looking for if you're more of just a centralized hitting discussion stuff. In the deep, I would say so too, but that's more so for deeper stuff. Also, all these are great, so hopefully that helps with that. Yeah, and Paradise used to be the only one we had, which is crazy, and we have so many good ones right now. Really huge. They've stepped it up in an amazing way. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So, okay. So I've gone through the removals because they're in the fringe pitchers. Did we get all the ones that we added at the very end? Like Luis Garcia, he's not in the ad list. Actually, I don't really need to write this down because I'm gonna see this later on the UR. Okay, that's fine. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, you can always just, if you have trouble reading this stuff, you can always just hover over it, which is pretty cool. All right, let's keep the notes going. By the way, guys, keep throwing any questions you have. Questions are the fun stuff. Keeps me distracted too because I don't want to do the notes. Okay. Have I played wiffle ball? Oh, it's super fun. Wiffle ball's the best. Castbox. Interesting. So you have to understand there's our pitcher list main feed. That we have certain podcasts that go inside of that. In the Deep should be there. On the Wire, on the list, and Short Ups and Tall Tales, as well as On the Farm. But they're individual feeds. If you go to our pitchlist.com/podcasts, you'll see it in the nav bar. You'll see all the different ones that you can subscribe to and everything like that. I play wiffle ball too. By the way, for those in the New York City area, I haven't talked this over with Fast and scheduling stuff, but New York City is opening up 100% in July. So if you are vaccinated, we are going to be doing a meetup in July, I believe. July or August, but sometime in July, one of those weekends. I'm thinking the weekend after the All-Star break. But more to be announced with that. Looking forward to it. We'll rent out like a little place for all of us to hang out and stuff, and should be great. I really cannot wait for that. So should be really fun. Hey, thanks so much, Office Nike. Why'd you have to move? Sorry, Zach. Just come back. Just come visit Brooklyn. Thanks for the follow, Office. And Shohei Ohtani MVP. I can't agree more about that. That's all I want. All right. What are the actual stats of Blake Snell right now? He says 3.51 ERA. Yeah, sure. Right. The whip is terrible. He's fine, y'all. He's not going to have a 5+ walk per 9. All right. Am I ranking Luis Castillo at 19 still? Like, this is such a hard call. It's why this tier is as long as it is. What's up, PJ? Well, I imagine, yeah, it's still ill, and then all of a sudden everything is fine. Max Fried is still really good. I'm sorry, Contra. I mean, you got 2 months, man. You got 2 months. Hoboken to Oakland. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Where's Stans? I don't know that place. Maybe I do, but I don't know if I do. This is the problem I have. Like, Luis Castillo, right now, value-wise, if I'm drafting for the season, I know he should be better as we progress forward. The thing, it's like Musgrove, McCullers, Bundy, Gray, Wheeler, Plesac, Gausman, Rogers, Means, right? Like, they're all really even. You're still waiting for the DeGrom solo tier as Garrett Cole is demolishing and setting records. Oh, it's outside Yankee Stadium. Gotcha. It's really hard. Like Castillo should be in the higher one, but he's just not yet. Yeah, that's a good question. DeGrom or Bieber? I'm going to go DeGrom because why not? How can you ever bet against DeGrom at this point? Yeah, Cole, right? I can't bet against DeGrom. I mean, it's look. I'm gonna say this. Is it 12 or 13? He's set to pitch on Wednesday. It's a still ill. To settle inside the top 30 soon. Cool. I don't really need to say anything more about this stuff. Like, this is all kind of expected. Who else did I have to remove? Keep in mind, Hyunjin Ryu. All right. The 5th tier. Hey, what's up, Cat Dad Gamer? Yeah, by the way, guys, keep asking questions and stuff. I know it's not nearly as exciting as I sit here and just type away for, for 30 minutes. So to try and keep a balance of that, keep asking questions. I can multitask decently. So, yeah, just keep it flowing here. I'm sorry I can't be more interesting as I try and get through this. In the 5th tier, I could take the leap. Actually, I'll do this. I'll make no, don't do that to me. There we go. Good. And then you go like that. Okay. Then you go here and say what's up? Daniel is someone you immediately roster in a 10 team. I don't know if it's necessarily a 10 team. As always, Cat Dad, it's about like who you're picking up and who you're replacing him with. I would say in 12 teamers, the ceiling is certainly worth it. In 10 teamers, also you generally have a quicker trigger finger when like, oh hey, cool, I'll take upside because there's a lot more on the waiver wire. But yeah, if you're dropping someone like that's down here in the 70s or so. Yeah, I would just go after Daniel Lynch. Why not? D-Man. 2 starting pitchers for Quality Start League this week. Sonny Gray, Lopez, and McCullers. So I would do Lopez there, and then Ryu are the 2 I go with just because Oakland and Arizona versus New York and the White Sox. Ryu should not be a still ill. It's just 1 start. He'll be fine. Any concerns about Ohtani having a sore elbow tonight? I have no idea. I'm going to say if they're going to let him go because they've been protective of Ohtani and they're not doing anything, so I think he's okay. Is dropping Luzardo for Lynch a bad move? I mean, you have an IL spot, don't you? I wouldn't do that. I would think the long-term Luzardo is still better. Do I think? I hope. I think that Maeda figures that at some point. I am no Nostradamus. I can't tell you when it is. But if I had to, my gut instinct is then when the next 3 starts, that Maeda should do it. If he still struggles against Texas and Detroit, that's rough. I mean, he's just going to keep falling down the list. I mean, I think we're going to react. If he does really badly against the Rangers right now, then it's going to be already like, okay. And then, it's getting tough. But that's the thing. He has 2 nice starts to get this in line, so hopefully he does. I mean, it's that simple. We just got to hope for the best. Anyways, scrolling back up here. Who do I want to talk about in this tier? I'll say Carlos Rodon. No, his there we go. I mean, I might still be doing it too high on Maeda. I might put him underneath Tyonne. It's really hard. No, I'm gonna leave him. I'm leaving him. I'm leaving him. Thanks so much for the follow. CM PU Kai and Parosh Killa. Thank you all for following. I think we're exactly at 100 subs now, maybe 101, which is amazing. That's incredible. So thank you all so much for supporting this channel. Really, that's wild. All right, let's keep this going. Hey, that's you. You know, a ceiling, I don't know if it can be too high until he gets something else more consistent. Like, the problem with a guy like Ynoa is, at what point do we really trust that he can be this consistent with his command on his fastball and slider only, right? The general reason why we like 3 pitches as opposed to 2 is that we don't expect all of your pitches on a given night to be there, but we do expect 2 out of 3, right? So with just 2, you have to have those 2 on every night. It'll take some time for us to really trust that. But like, for example, Woodruff, it's just a fastball and a slider, really. I mean, the changeup we never expect to be there. It's interesting with Ynoa. The ceiling is limited because of it. Where else am I gonna find ranking speedruns on Twitch gaming? That's funny. Yeah, Rodon, it's been crazy. It's been really, really nuts. I think Rodon's a perfect example as to why spring matters. We knew his velocity was up, you know, and it became all of a sudden like a late round flyer just to see if that would pay off. Kind of. Lamette's slider is better. And also he throw, well, he actually does throw pretty similar, but Lamette is much more confident just throwing his slider in the zone and getting away with it. But it is a pretty good one. It's just there is, I think, a small drop in Ynoa's slider versus Lamette's. It's just more an aggressive slider with Lamette. Yeah, he's Woodruff, when he's just pumping those heaters, it's like, man, it's so good. Let me do this. I think does Maeda have 2 starts this week? He does, right? It's like it's today and then I would love to have like a good answer by next time, yeah. Thanks. I'm trying to get rid of Butt. I'm in the can, and he'll, there's a feeling. There's, this is a fun debate. Ultimately, with me siding with Peralta. All right, this is hypothetical, of course, but if Kopech were to be given a permanent spot in the rotation, which tier would he slide into? He'd probably be in this tier 6 right now. I mean, we just don't know where he's at. But, I mean, yeah, he'd probably be around tier 6. Probably above Montes or something. I mean, I could see him quickly jumping into tier 5. I mean, it's... Yeah, like tier 5, tier 6. Yeah, I think that's fine with me. Yeah, regulator, I think that's pretty good. Excuse me. I would love to have Savali for Christian Javier and Richard Rodriguez. Richard Rodriguez, aka closer in Dynasty formats. I'm like, whatever. So to me, that's like Christian Javier plus a currency of a closer for an upgrade. I think that's a good call. We're moving on to tiers. Oh no, I got to talk about Danny Duffy, of course. We can continue that dream after Dram. Cool. Tier 7. So I guess we're halfway there, but we're not. But we are, but we're not. How many? I have 21 last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What is going on here? What is this about? I think that's right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. I'm like a third down or something like that. Okay. No way, really? Jesus. You can say that Campbell was souping up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do care. I do care if I'm quoting the room. Rim shot. Yeah. Poor guy. I mean, he's just trying to, do his best and survive in the majors, and it's not an easy road. It does make me wonder, like, how. So if you guys don't know about the Marlins, they have two guys right now that need to get in the rotation. It's Edward Cabrera and Sixto Sanchez. Currently, they are messing around with those two open spots. They got nothing. Paul Campbell was supposed to be a part of it, just to help out in the meantime. I do wonder if they are going to rush Edward Cabrera in some way, because the Marlins are somewhat competitive at the moment, and that rotation can be so good. I mean, if Sixto and Edward Cabrera is a really good prospect. Like when he gets the call, I will be telling you, just like with Daniel Lynch, that you should just pick him up and see what happens. And I will not be irresponsible in saying that. All right. And Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera is not a bad pitcher. He's actually really good. Eddie Cabrera was throwing at 120 feet, and Sixto was throwing at like 60 feet or 90 feet when I saw last. So, oh my God, Kyle. I mean, yeah. They're just gonna trade them all away like they did Zach Gallen, right? Yeah, that's a very good point, PJ. So maybe they bring back Sixto quickly. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Maybe Anibal Sanchez all of a sudden appears. They need someone. They need something to help, because they're like, Pablo Lopez is the best pitcher in baseball without a win right now. So. How many strikeouts in those two starts? $14 strikeouts and 0 walks. All right, that's Robbie Ray. Oh, man. Nope. Is that how you spell uncharacteristically? Jesus, that's a long word. That's just, I'm sorry, I don't know why. He is a potential ace, yeah. I think I even have that ace potential. No, maybe not. But yeah, I would say that. Why not? Let's throw that in there. Good call. Yeah, certainly ace potential for Robbie Ray. Absolutely. Um. Um. Mm, mm, mm. The scent. Would you rather have Gregory Soto or oh, I do not know. Danny Blue Jeans. Oh, he was scratched for tonight. Oh, that's so frustrating. Thanks for letting me know. Danny Blue Jeans, you should 100% be either DM or adding Rick Graham on Twitter or mentioning him inside of our PL Discord. If you don't have PL Plus, by the way, what are you doing? You should join us. Enjoy the Discord. It's incredible. It's just baseball discourse all day, and you get to support what we do. And you should be commenting on the bullpen depth chart article. You'll get a response there. I'm not the guy you want to talk to. Well, I have Alex Wood ranked higher. I have Shane McClanahan ranked higher. J.D. Brubaker ranked higher, and Framber Valdez I wouldn't do. So there's your answer. You can see it right there. It's right here. There's Patrick Corbin, right there. There's Patrick Corbin. There's J.T. Brubaker. There's Shane McClanahan, and there, all the way up there, is Alex Wood. Thinking Tristan McKenzie simply isn't very good, Nick. Well, that's not fair. Yeah, it stinks about Shohei. I'm going to leave this as it is. He's just scratched for tonight, I assume, or he's not put in the IL, right? You feel a demo. What do you mean a demo? But Otani is just tonight, I assume. Yeah. I don't see anything, but yeah, it's just scratched. Oh, demotion. Oh, no. They just need to give him more time in the majors. And not to mention with Logan Allen doing poorly. Like, why would you demote McKenzie? Oh, right. So, like, Otani, the hitter, is going to be there. Yeah, of course. Okay. Or not fundamental. McClanahan as well. McClanahan? God, I cannot do this. He took a pitch off the elbow, is that right? Trevor Rogers is at 28. There he is. Congratulations. What was it though? Is it an elbow injury? Is that what held back Ohtani? Like he got hit? Was it taking a pitch to the... okay, I'll just Google this. Yeah, hit by pitch to the elbow. Okay. All right. We're moving on to tier 8. My God. So much more to write about. Okay. We're getting close. We're getting there. We can do this. We can do this. 15-team leagues. Would you still have the same strategy and be more willing to rotate out? No. It's a little more closer to the chest. It's a different strategy, I think, within a 15-teamer. Like, essentially the way I see it, that's 3 extra teams. So in a 12-teamer, that's another like 7 stars off the board. So that's 21. So generally that's all the way down to the top 80 as opposed to the top 60, right? It's a different game. Okay. Yeah, we don't talk about Michael Pineda not a lot, like at all. Remember when he was like this exciting guy in the Mariners? Yeah, I took off his ace potential, right? Yeah, okay. Same goes for some Marlins. No, I'll just do that. Let's see. Do you think May is cuttable with his... Yes, I would say he's cuttable if you don't have an IL spot for Dustin May. Excuse me. Let's hope he stays. He stays. Tales of... I'll just go to tier 10. I might even want to push him above higher, but I'm just going to be conservative with this. I might put him in a tier 9 above Steven Matz. Nah, it's fine. I might put Steven Matz. Nah, I'm going to leave this. I'm going to put Garrett Richards above. I'm going to do that. I just want to do that. Fast tells me that every pitcher who threw 10 pitches rose 400 spots this week. Hey, Nick, what's your criteria for figuring out whether an unestablished arm like McClanahan or Lynch is worth rostering a merely a streamer? What do you need to see, and how do you evaluate versus established arms? There'll be consideration for opposing. Yep. So the main thing here is, there's a couple ways to answer this. One, do they present themselves as guys that I feel like, oh yeah, those would be, if they had regular playing time, or are they presenting a repertoire that speaks to being like the top 40 guy? And what that means is a high velocity fastball that is decently commanded, a secondary pitch that they can get whiffs on, and a third pitch that they can throw for strikes. Those are the three assets or facets of a starter you hold through the year. McClanahan had that, and for Lynch, I don't know yet. So I would also debate, look at your waiver wire and look at your fantasy team and think, okay, if I were to lose one of my guys, let's say one of them went on injured or so, is there a guy that would be okay being injured and being replaced on the wire that isn't Lynch or McClanahan? Or do I feel that, my God, the wire is so thin that I don't have a replacement if I were to lose one of those, my worst starter? And if you felt that there are like other options to fill in that hole, then whatever, drop that last guy and pick up Lynch or McClanahan that can be much more of an impact, right? That's really the assessment you should be making, is how thin is this wire that the current guys that I have are that much of a gap forward that if McClanahan and Lynch fail me, that I will be at a loss, and I will be hurting if those don't work out. And I'm willing to tell you, and this is kind of the problem or the question that's hard to answer, and it's why it's so nuanced. But I think it gets kind of lost that we like our guys and we forget, right, through the entire season, I replace a lot of my starters on my team. Like every week, I'm shuffling one or two guys at the bottom of that. Rarely do I actually just go, no, this team is great, and I'm just holding completely, right? So if we embrace that, it gives us the opportunity to take a chance on McClanahan, take a chance on Lynch, and just see what happens. Be in that position where you have that guy. Some UCL damage. Oh, I mean, I will say this. I think every arm has UCL damage. No, John Gray is not similar. Oh, Josiah Gray. Yeah, I really like Josiah Gray. Josiah Gray is great. He was also, I got to talk to him too, and I mean, there are a lot of things I did like. A little too favorable with two-seamers, but I think we can get him off of that. But no, really, really like Josiah Gray. He's certainly one of those high upside plays as well. Yep. I mean, again, we don't always know where they're at. You know, we don't know. Ideally, they're following the criteria of 2 and 3, or all three of those, but we don't always know. Schiff. All right, Josiah Gray is such. I love Josiah Gray. I just dig him. You know, what a cool, nice guy. You know, yeah. You never know, and like he's dope. I don't know if Josiah's going to get that opportunity, but definitely something to consider. I misspelled Richards. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Let's see here. Carlos Martinez. Just had a short. Yeah, he just had a short start. Polish his high fastball is. I'll just go. Let's go like that. That's fine. John Gray takes a tumble as he failed to take advantage. Start on the road. I don't really need to talk about anyone else in there. And then lastly, it's a final tier. Why do I keep doing that? I gotta mention that. Mike Minor. We're almost there, guys. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Popcorn Kiddo. Um. Oh, we are done. Whew, 2,300 words. All right. Jesus. They always want me to fix this into a rhythm, but I want rhythm. But fine. That's fine. I'll just do that. Whew. Isn't it this? That's right. Let me save it, and then I'm sure it's going to tell me all the mistakes I've made. No problem, Evan. I actually, if you're interested, I have a podcast called Talking Pitching, where it's been either me one-on-one or Alex Fast and I one-on-one, or Alex and Fast and I talking to a pitcher. We did it a lot during quarantine, and we did a couple during the off season as well. But like, for example, Josiah Gray just happened to happen like in February or so. But yeah, I get to, there's certain other pitchers as well that I communicate with that, just off the record and everything like that. So it's been really cool, and I cannot express how lucky I am to do that. It still doesn't quite register with me that I actually have conversations with them and sometimes like push them in the direction that I think they should go in. Very strange and very weird. But yeah, definitely check out that series. I think it's something, it's like evergreen. It's not necessarily like, it's not time sensitive. We just talk about what they're doing and how they can improve and all that kind of stuff. And they're really fun conversations. So definitely check that out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and everything. It's Talking Pitching. It's got a really cool new graphic and everything too. But I think, guys, this is it. Excuse me. We did it. We actually did it. So, whew, the list is live, and we'll look at it one more time if you guys want. It's all the way on the right here, but I just published the article. Thanks for doing this, guys. This has been 4 hours. How many words? It's 2,300. Ahead. Oh, you're wonderful. It's really cool, I gotta say, to have you guys supporting me with this, catching my mistakes and stuff, asking the right questions so that I can make sure that I believe in what I'm saying and writing. And that's what everybody needs. You need that, they call it the red team, right? The people that double check everything that you're doing to make sure that I actually believe and stand by this stuff. So really, thank you for being a part of it. All the support from all of these streams has been unbelievable. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I will be back, of course, tomorrow morning. Check out the On the Corner podcast that I'm recording with Fast in about an hour and a half. Oh yeah, Zach, those are good questions and stuff. It's like, these are the hard things about fantasy that is, very nuanced and stuff. And yeah, everyone, I'll see you at 8:30 a.m. to 11 tomorrow morning. If you missed this morning stuff, you should definitely check out the Corey Kluber and Trevor Rogers breakdown on YouTube now. But that's it. So I will talk to you guys later. And as always, may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning.